That motherfucker is a
I tried to
certified.
see me
He's
try
a
to slide that.
certified thief. He's a certified thief.
He only stole from
Certified.
the Bank of Atlanta.
Whoever his agent is, bro, he probably goes to sleep every night and been like, God dang, I'll fleece these motherfuckers because this nigga sucks. Shit.
What was I gonna say? It's always played out. It's like a dog and pony show or some shit because said he worked at her law firm for like 6 months just to put it on his resume for his run. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every title that he's really had, if you go back and look at how long he's lasted in those titles, they were really more so resume builder for my political run. So even that itself feels like, even going back then, not even being on the team, like I don't
Yeah.
know. That's your man's.
That ain't my man.
Assistant AG.
Put that
Or he
nigga
might
in
be
a
AG.
song.
He's AG now. My bad. Huh?
So I put that nigga in a song, didn't I?
But yeah, and he's so bad. My mama was in the airport traveling. She was in Florida, and the black dude was talking to her, and he was like, "Oh, you from Kentucky, Louisville? Oh, that's where Daniel Cameron's from." This was during the Breonna Taylor shit, like right after the
That's
Breonna Taylor,
terrible.
like during COVID, she's traveling and shit. Like,
That
so to
nigga
be so
ugly as
known where
fuck.
a black person looked at you and like, you from the same place Daniel Cameron is on a national level, like a conversation,
That's
that
terrible.
lets you know that you at least do something to be notable, and you ain't never done nothing notable so far. So that lets you know,
His
that's just me.
notoriety.
Exactly. All right, y'all, we back with another iteration of the iCast. We got.
What up, though?
He said he's not a special guest, so guess what? I guess he's just a regular member now. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
need.
I'm gonna just pop on when I pop on.
He's
You know?
odd now.
Yeah, I'm locked
Damo.
in. What up, man? What's happening, man? What's up? What up, bro? What's going on? Appreciate y'all for having me again, man. I'm multitasking, so if my eyes move left, right, up, and down, bro, just know I'm like that.
He's like Stephen A. Smith. Oh, I don't even want to say that. I don't even know why.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't put me in the
from the
same breath as that
standpoint.
nigga, bro. I still got my hairline, bro. You feel me? We still intact, bro. Don't put me in the same breath as that nigga.
He's like, I know, we just talked airlines. The Greenberg, you more like Greenberg, you got the laptop and shit. And then we got my man Ra
Yeah.
Makina. Holy shitty. What a shitty guy. Ra
Nah, Ahmad, bro. Ahmad. What we say last time? Ramad Pashad or something like that. We just said something about the pod, bro. We put
Pod
in something.
Rashad or some
Pod
shit.
Rashad. There we go. Pod Rashad. There it is, cuz. That's gotta stick. Y'all gotta keep that.
That's
That's
tough.
it right there.
No,
Pod
that's tough.
Rashad, bro. It just goes. It just flows. Pod
That's
Rashad.
tough.
That's the easy one. That's the easy one.
If you wonder why he's looking a little older, is because he's literally 31 years and 364 days old. Happy early birthday to my guy.
Yeah, happy birthday, my boy.
Yes, sir. You know, good black don't crack.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Hey, we're gonna see in 20 more years. We'll see.
That's what they say. You know, that's what they say.
They still like you looking young. But all right.
And then, of course, your boy Mark J of NR. Mark J from the Parkway. All my people's off Algonquin, so you know.
Mark J from the Parkway. I am dead today, boy. Rare form. That's what happens when you record early. A rare form. Niggas be in rare form.
Wow, I ain't even been doing that. I just been cleaning up the garage. All right, fellas, what y'all want to do? Anything you want to get into before we start our top 5?
Man, first of all, bro, we gotta talk about our list of the finals. I know the Celtics won last night, but I'm cooked. Prayers out to Jason Tatum. I hate to see it happen, bro. But like, I don't know. I don't know if they can. I see them maybe stretching it to a game 7, but I don't know if they got enough to like win the series. And if they do win the series, I don't know if they can beat Indiana. I don't know. It's just without Jason Tatum, you know, and then I just know what's gonna happen, bro. Like if it does happen, like let's say if they do win and they beat the Knicks, then the whole media in the off season is gonna be like, well, do the Celtics really need Jason Tatum if Jaylen Brown ascended them to the Eastern Conference Finals without him. Like that's what it's gonna be. So it's like, and I hate that for Tatum, bro, because it's like in the realm of sports that we in and like the media world that we in now, it's like if you're a star, like you just gotta be a killer. Like you can't just be good at basketball. Like you gotta be a cyborg. Like you gotta clear out the noise. You gotta be a villain, but you also gotta be good to the media. You gotta be nice in the community. But then on the basketball court, you gotta turn to a motherfucking Darth Vader. Like you gotta have a mask on and you gotta be his villain. And it's like some people ain't like that. Like, bro, like I know Jason Tatum came up from St. Louis, and St. Louis is a rough place, bro. But like, that's just not who he is, bro. He's light skinned. Like, let that nigga be light skinned. Let him be light skinned, bro.
That
He
is
just
true.
hoop. He's a 10 hooper with straight hair, bro. Like you don't find that these days, bro. Let that nigga live his life. And so I just know how it's gonna be, bro. Like if the Celtics do end up beating New York and getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, because like the Pacers ain't weak, but I feel like the Celtics feel like they can beat them in a 7-game series without Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really have like the Pacers have a good team, and so does Boston. But the Pacers don't have like bona fide superstar like Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Like they got Halliburton, you know what I'm saying? He's showing out, but they don't really have like no big wing or nothing like that, or a two guard that was like super explosive or something like that. So, that has a household name. They got some two guards that is explosive and stuff. You got Nimhard, you got Neesmith, you got the other little young cat that got kicked out of the game the other day with DeAndre Hunter. I can't think of his name right now.
Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, Mather. You got the athletes, but you don't have like the bona fide household name. So I'm cooked on that. But I mean, I think the Western Conference is got to go through Ant-Man. I think they've arrived. I think the Wolves have arrived. They playing like it. You double Anthony Edwards, and he done figured out how to beat the double team. And you can't guard him singly because he's too athletic. He can shoot, he can dribble, he can defend, he can do everything. So you can't double him on offense because they surround him with nothing but shooters. So I think it goes through them. I think the other series goes to 7 games. So we'll see. But I think I still got to stick with Ant-Man going to the finals. I think they coming out the West.
I mean, I might be a little cooked because I picked OKC and the Knicks. Pacers, like you said, they have a great overall team, and the Knicks run through Brunson. If Brunson ain't on, I don't see them doing too much. I know they got Cat, but and he balls out sometimes some nights, but
Yeah, but you just want him sometimes, bro. Sometimes Cat just got to be a 6'11" motherfucker that weighs over 235 pounds. Like, sometimes you gotta get on that block, bro. Like
yeah,
we know you can shoot, we know you can stretch the floor, but sometimes you gotta impose your will.
That's what
exactly.
scares me most with Cat is that, yeah, exactly what you're saying. Because he's been playing well, but he still hasn't been on the block. Still hasn't been. He's been playing well. So what happens when you're not playing well and you're not on the block type shit? You know what I'm saying? And so it goes. I'm right with you on Towns for real. Like it's just his
So
focus. Like
Nobody's forced him to though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. And
There's
he's had
nobody,
mismatch
none of the
advantages.
teams that they've played have forced him to get in the paint. You
And it's
know,
because of the mismatch advantages though. So what happens if he has to play? I think he can overpower Chet, but they'll probably still be able to play good defense. But if he plays Jokic, what? And he plays Rudy, I
yeah.
don't
y'all
I
listen,
don't
y'all
see
forget
that.
what's your name for the Pacers.
What
Miles
Siakam?
Turner.
Yes.
But see,
Mal
Miles Turner, he stretches the floor too.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he
he
be in the
stretches the floor
be
too.
on the block too, but he moves out a little
He's
bit.
on the block more,
But I would say he's on the block more than
but he will
anybody.
force. But he's not a. But the thing is, he's not a mismatch. He's not at a disadvantage. So Cat just ain't shooting over him like when he just gets the ball and just puts it right over Drew Holiday and puts it right in and shit like that. He's not doing that. Or somebody. And then if not, who is it? Siakam. Who's the other backup big? Pin is small. I don't like Toppin, and that's still mismatch.
Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And he can get Thomas Bryant on, maybe a little perimeter game a little bit, but at the end of the day, not an advantage. So if he matches up, that's what scares me the most about Indiana and Knicks, because I still pick the Knicks over them. But that's what scares me the most is that matchup, because then you got all these people who can guard Jalen and not get tired.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, it's tough.
And then out west, I had OKC, and I still think they have a possibility, but the Timberwolves, watching them play, they look good.
They
They
look
just
good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They have matchup problem. They
Yes.
can play
Yep.
any way you need to play.
Yep.
Like
And
they
like
could
you,
play slow, they could play fast, they could play small, they could play big. And even when they play small, they can have a big in there because Nas Reed can move his feet. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta
yeah,
think
Nas,
they got guards on the bench that don't even sniff playing time yet. Dillingham, they got Bones Highland over there. Like they got players over there that don't even dress.
yeah,
So
right.
you just gotta think about the years coming around Anthony Edwards. Like they built that team perfectly, bro. Like right now it's Mike Conley's time. He's still,
Then Rob's gonna
vulnerable
come
enough
right.
to get you something. But then you come in a couple years, it's gonna be Dillingham and Ant together in the backcourt, bro. And once they learn how to play with each other, that'll be dangerous.
Rob's like a skinny Mad Max.
Yeah.
That's what he. And so, but yeah, I picked the Wolves. Of course, I'm still gonna go with them. But like you said, Damo, I think you said it well. Like when you got to double team the Wolves, that's what they've improved the most. You can't do that no more. Especially like Mike Conley getting hot and shit like that. Like it just breaks your back, bro. That breaks your back because you just like, man, a double team. You can have Julius Randle in the high post. You can have Edwards in the high post. They both were drawing double teams in that matchup, and they were just kicking it out and just making extra pass.
And see, that's why I think the trade was like. I think the trade was good for
This is what I was going to ask you. That was going to be my question. We're
the
talking about
trade
Townsend,
between.
Randall.
Yeah, the trade
That's
was
what I was going to
good
ask
for
you.
both teams, and this is why I'm gonna explain. That's how I'm gonna explain it. With Julius Randle, he likes to be on the block. Like he can stretch the floor a little bit, but he likes to bang. So like if he likes to bang, but Jalen Brunson also likes to be in the
On the
lane.
low in the mid post.
It clogs the lane. There's nowhere to outlet the ball to if he gets doubled or you know what I'm saying. Randall can't get busy like he would like to, right? So like when they made the trade, I know a lot of people was like, "Oh, you taking away the two twin towers?" You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, the way that Nas Reed played last year, and you signed him for cheaper than what you had Towns. You got the same. It's the same player, bro. It's the exact same player. But Nas Reed, it to me is a better defender. He's more sleight of feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got the same player. You get it. You got a real true power forward in Julius Randle who can move out and he can play back to basket and he can turn and face and he can step out and shoot jumpers. You know what I'm saying? Whereas to Cat was more so like a stretch for like he's like a Chris Bosh. Like he don't really want to bang like that. So it's like when times get tough, when the shots ain't falling and you need to go low post to get something easy, it's kind of hard to do that because it's like you got Rudy, but he ain't got a post move to save his life. You feel me? Like he's just a lob threat and a defensive, shot blocker and alter shots and he can offensive rebound and of course defensive rebound. But you can't give him the ball on the post and tell him get us a bucket. You can get Randall on the post, tell him to give you a bucket, and then even if he gets fouled, he shoots a high enough free throw percentage that you feel good to get on the line if you need to break the game up a little bit. And that's what happens in the playoffs. Like in the playoffs, it slows down. So it's like
Right.
when it slows down in the playoffs, like you can't play helter skelter and you can't just move fast. You got
Like yeah.
every possession counts.
And you have to be. It's like almost the most half court efficient team. And if
Exactly.
you have to half court advantages, and then y'all have to have half court fluidity. That has to be even more important.
And that's why I think like in the first round, like that's where the Lakers lost that first game, and I think it was game 3. So it was like
Yeah,
the
that's
first
back
game,
when
the
LeBron went
first
off.
game when they played them, and like in LA, and they was trying to match their speed. I'm like, bro, y'all can't do that. Like, y'all gonna get killed if y'all trying to match their speed. Like, them is young bulls. Like, you're not gonna match their speed. So you get it right back second game, and then third game, you feel me? Game 3, you waste a LeBron 38-point game. You're not getting those. Those don't grow on trees no more. LeBron had 38, you lose that game.
You know,
Game
you're not.
4, you're winning the whole game. That's when he didn't take the rotation out. He didn't do rotation in the second half. So it's like
He ran them to.
I seen it. It was like 4 minutes. I was like, bro, they're gonna lose because they're starting to they're taking fatigued shots. You know what I'm saying? They was
Yeah.
taking like non-great possessions. That's the only thing I hate about the NBA is like I know you gotta be confident in your shot, but sometimes, bro, the players take like non-great shots, and when you need a bucket, like I need a high percentage bucket, like I don't need a pull-up jump shot or a three. You know what I'm saying? That's contested. Like only reason you should be taking a three is if you wide open, and if you wide open, it's got to be because of the offense left you wide open, not because the defense left you wide open. Like if the defense is leaving you wide open, don't
Because
shoot that
Or
shot.
that's my point.
Don't shoot that shot. Move the ball, get you a better shot, get in the paint, you know what I'm saying? Stop the flow of the game. Like that's what people gotta understand when you miss a shot, or if you even take a good shot, and it has to be hard rebounding. You can get back on defense. But you take a bad shot, people leaking out, defense gotta
Scram.
transition defense got to find everything, and then it's just messed up, and then you lose momentum that way because it's like you already dead tired, and you can't defend how you want to defend, so it just makes it hard to come back from that. Just like the what's the name the other day, the Cavs. They was in that game, but they just didn't have enough good shot selection, and Darius Garland he wasn't making shots when he needed to. Donovan Mitchell ended up showing up, but you needed Mobley to show up and you needed Garland to show up. And I know they both hurt, but they was missing. They was.
They Yeah, that's why I feel like they weren't themselves. And you can say it's because they were, maybe a little rusty coming off there. Whatever it is, they just weren't themselves. So,
Mhm.
and neither was Donovan though. He was gimpy going into the game too. So that's what I'm saying. But we might do a top 5 list of things you can't stand about this generation playing basketball because,
You
woo,
don't
that's a
want me
person.
to.
Just because
Hey,
they get
real talk.
tight
I
does
would
not
really.
mean that
I know
you're
we was
supposed to
talking.
take.
I know we was talking about the age ranges of Unc and Big Bro. I would turn into OG right there talking about that shit.
I'm an
Like,
elder.
I can't stand that shit, bro.
I'm like use
Like,
the backboard.
I
I'm gonna
can't
use the
stand
backboard.
watching. That's one thing I can't stand watching bad basketball. I can't stand
I
watching
can't
bad
do it.
basketball,
I can't do
and I hate when I watch football and play calling is terrible. Like
it. Woo.
I can't stand it, bro. It was too vanilla. It's too, bro. Oh,
Oh, when
bro,
it's two, yeah.
don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started.
So you're a
We'll
big
be
you.
here all day.
exactly. I go back and forth with the bad basket. Like I am like that too, as far as like, yeah, I identify with the generation before us, but I'll be like, all right, is it our time to let them do them? Is this exactly how every generation before felt? You know what I mean? The exact same thing. Is just that we're now there to where they like, nah, I don't care about none of that. This is how we play. Like, I don't know.
We're kind of part of the problem. It's not even that. It's just, the game's changed, bro. It's globalized. Ever since we started getting Europeans, now we added European rules to our games. And now we're Euro stepping. And now we're, you know what I'm saying? Things that we never, if you did that, if you even thought about Euro stepping in
Mm-hmm.
KHSAA basketball, you couldn't, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you couldn't even get a D1 scholarship if you wasn't like a comprehensive basketball player. Like, you couldn't do that shit. Like, we wasn't allowed to do that shit. So you wonder why we act that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a travel. You can only take 2 steps, bro. Like, The way we used to dribble, like when Allen Iverson was so big, he had such a grip on the game, and they were so just you can't have your hand on the side of the ball. You damn near got dribbling like that. Now you motherfuckers cuff the ball while you dribble.
Be
You know what I'm
like that.
saying? We were not allowed to do that. Like in elementary school, bro. Like they didn't take it easy on us, and now you niggas is in the NBA and they letting it go. Y'all getting paid millions, hundreds of millions to perfect your craft. That's the bigger point. And then you're leading the generation who's looking at you, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's allowed." Because let's be honest, I'm not looking up at I don't know who our high school stars, Josh Sewell or somebody. You know, feel me? I'm looking at Allen Iverson. I'm looking at Kobe Bryant. I'm looking at Tracy McGrady. I'm looking at Steve. You feel me? I'm not looking at you. So like, there's a
Right.
responsibility that does come with that shit. And then it's the ref and the league's fault. Like it's money. Like they grabbing money. I want Euro players. I want this. I'm gonna change my rules based on it's commercialism. You know it. What does it all come back to? What's always the issue? You
Capitalism.
know, it ruins the purity of all things that it touches. So it's just what it is.
You could tell too because it's like the playoffs get officiated way different
Hold it,
than
and it,
regular season.
you bring me back to that's where I should have gone back to.
Like
Totally different game,
they
bro.
let totally different game, bro. Like they let so much other stuff slide that they would call in the regular season.
Yeah. So sorry, that's my rant for the
The only thing I can give on the positive end of what you just said is they also let them get a little more physical too, though.
where like they're
But
not
I think it
too
should be
strict
like
on
that
us.
all year. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't change in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Me too.
I
Me
think it
too.
should be one standard. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just think
Because
it's
it makes it hard to watch during the regular season, like foul baiting and all that
yeah,
type of stuff. Like
it's
it
really
makes it hard
inconsistent.
to watch. But in the playoffs, they not calling none of that. So you really gotta get your buckets out the mud. Like
Yeah, James
so
Harden ain't getting 20 free throws in the playoffs.
The thing is, though, it's everybody. Like, I just be like, bro, get up and play. Like, everybody gets up now and they're like, or they're like, come on. I'm like,
Or it's the
bro,
playoffs and they don't get back on defense.
yeah, I'm like, because you sitting there complaining, like, get up. He didn't call it. Get up and get back. You
yeah.
So I
just
mean,
play about the bucket now
that's
because you whining.
that's what I'm saying. Like you being a bit, it ain't got nothing to do with basketball. It ain't got nothing to do with money, million. You just being a bitch. You just being a bitch.
Yesterday,
Just being a bitch.
I ain't trying to single him out because, like I said, everybody do it. But I don't know. I was watching him a lot, and he was just Kaczynski. He just kept doing it. Like everything he get up looking at, I'm like, bro, like
Who'd you say?
your team about to lose, bro.
Who'd you
Pazimski
say,
from
Rashad? From Golden
Yeah,
State.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean, was whining about everything. I'm like, bro, get the fuck back.
he makes me mad now, bro. He does. I'm not gonna lie to you. He does. I don't know what it is. He playoffs just flustered him a little bit. I'll just say that. That's what I think. Me personally, I think it's probably his real first playoffs where he had to be the two and shit like that.
Yeah, you ain't got Steph.
You don't got Clay to be behind and play against the other team's sixth and seventh man. You playing against a two man. So you just should like, oh yeah, and then hurry up. What y'all got? How you think the OKC Denver series is gonna finish out? Who's gonna win and in how many games? I'm going OKC in 7, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm sticking by my pick. So they got in my world. So OKC and 7, I'll say as well.
I had originally picked Denver because I was giving them the seniority vote, for lack of better terms. I feel like they have more experience, but
You right?
I think OKC is. I think they there. I think they there. They play tonight. Do they play tonight?
Good, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll.
I pray because I need to see that SGA Edwards matchup.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think that would be a
Top
good
notch.
matchup. I think both of them would be, to be honest.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think both of them would be, to be honest.
And within Edwards, he's on this. He's
He's
deleting
on the tear,
legends.
bro. That's just
He's
well, there's
deleting
no
legends
there's
right
no
now,
other
bro.
way to say he's on the tear. And Adidas marketing is doing great. I don't know if y'all been watching them, bro, but they are marketing the shit out of him,
They're
and they
doing
are
good.
doing a great fucking job.
It's Sprite commercial too. They play that motherfucker every other commercial.
So do. And yeah, that's it. That's it, I think. And then before we get into the top five, someone said the Dallas Mavericks. They said tariffs so high, y'all niggas had to go domestic with Cooper Flag. Y'all couldn't go back no more with Luka and Dirk. They said tariffs too high. So
I
So,
was I was I was trying to hold off on it, but just a few days ago, like 1 week ago, you asked me, Damo, you was like, "Oh, you're a Dallas fan?" You was like, "Oh, my condolences." We back, we back.
y'all back up. So now he's the meme off the wire. He's the meme off the wire
Put the
now.
word on the street. We back.
we back. Yeah, we back, baby.
Look, this is what I'm gonna say. One of my white friends said this to me. Shout out to Skyler. He was like, Cooper Flag is not gonna be all that in the NBA. And I'll put a full disclaimer out. I'm not racist or none of that. But he said, when's the last time there's been a top 5 white player that's panned out in the NBA?
Listen, this one's a little different. And now I hear. Listen, listen. He's not. He not. He's not going to a terrible team. First off, like they
That is
usually.
true. That is true.
That's true.
So we already know his game. It's not necessary. He does put up points, but it's not to score a lot. He's all around a good player. I think he's going to fit right in with this lineup, which won't expose some of his weaknesses that maybe if he went to Washington or somewhere, it's like, bro, we need you to score. You know what I mean?
You want to know something funny?
What?
Your GM likes to trade people in the middle of the night, so he might trade that pick.
Hey, there's been jokes they like, I was he gonna trade him.
So
Giannis, he gonna flip him for Giannis.
No, I seen some. There, that's real. People like really saying that, but I seen jokes that's like he gonna trade him for Jackson Hayes or something.
no, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, Evan. I understand you gotta be in win now mode, but you can't trade that pick, bro.
No,
You can't trade
no,
that
not
pick.
at all.
I trade
Not
him.
that.
I trade him for Paolo
I ain't trading that pick, bro.
because I don't think Cooper Flag is gonna pan out like y'all saying. Look,
I don't either. I don't either. But for the sake of Nico Harrison and his sanity and maybe the rest of his career, he better not trade that pick, bro.
oh no
He
no no no.
won't, bro. He will not be able to
No one
walk
will ever
out of
trust
his
him again.
house, bro. If he trade that pick, bro.
That is
They
true.
got, bro. They got a mulligan. That's what you call. He got a mulligan. He got some good luck from I don't know what was in the water that day, and I don't know, bro. But y'all weren't supposed to have that pick, bro. You know,
1.8%.
everybody knows 1.8%, bro. Like but it's like you trade Luca and you can't get rid of that pick.
Listen, I done been through all the emotions, so we back up. Like I said, he ain't gonna be your typical number one what most people are expected to be, but he ain't gonna have to be. That's the only reason I'm saying he's gonna pan out. He's not gonna be like, oh, he's generational. It's gonna be more like he fits so well with this roster that it makes him look good.
I ain't even
And
gonna lie.
no, I was gonna say he's a good defender, and like that's you
Yeah,
know,
my thing is y'all shelf life is low. All y'all stars in y'all's 30s. All right, none of
you're right.
y'all trade. No, now I think he's not gonna be as good as Paolo. I don't think he may be an all star 1 year, 2 years. I think Paolo might be an all star for 5, 6 years. I think he's like that. I would trade him so when my Asian stars get old, I literally have a real star, and I'm scared that Cooper may not be a true star. So I'm looking even further. But I understand what you're saying. Nico can't do this. This is just me ideally thinking. That's the only person I would trade him for, though. There's no other young star that I'm looking at that pick and even thinking about it.
He
Type.
flip it to Giannis though. Hey,
Well, Giannis, yeah, Giannis is different. But I still, how long
Well,
does
no,
Giannis
I would.
got
I know
without a jump
Detroit
shot?
wouldn't do this, but I would trade Cade. I would try to get Cade. Cade is a good one too.
oh, he's cold.
Cade is a good one, but I don't think there's any more after that.
Just not with the current makeup, I would have to change the team a little bit because him and Kyrie shooting up all the shots. Clay wouldn't even get a shot, and he's a fucking shooter. I'm like, I would have to trade Clay along with that.
I didn't even think about that. Like,
They
yeah,
can't
I didn't
play.
even think about
They
a
and
wing.
K.
I didn't forgot about Clay.
I would
I
have to
didn't think
trade
about
like
that.
a lot of the team. But I will say I would still like it like taking Cooper Flag, having Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Coop, AD, Derek Lively, Gafford. That's solid because then my two stars don't got to play the five. Derek and Gafford got the.
Yeah.
Then I can go crazy. I like it. I like it. But a lot of pressure on Cooper. A lot of pressure, and we saw what he did under pressure. He lost the game twice.
Right.
He's coming right into a team that's going to be top five in the West.
Listen, I still think that it's a better situation than Charlotte, Washington, and any of those other teams that was tanking to try to get him. Like, that's the best situation for him. Either also the Spurs winning that pick was the best situation for Cooper.
Nope. I was saying the Spurs was my number one when I was at work. I was talking to who was I was talking to? Armani,
I'm
Matt,
getting
and
well,
Dylan. I was talking to them, and I said the Spurs would be the top pick for me because look at all them Vassell, Castle.
I'm getting tired of that, bro. I'm getting tired of that.
What?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm getting tired of the Spurs shit.
Why?
Stop talking to me, bro. I don't want to hear that shit no more, bro.
Why?
I don't want. I'm tired of hearing that, bro.
Why is he mad
I
about
don't,
the Spurs? What did
bro,
the
we've been
Spurs
hearing
give
that for
him?
the last 5 years, bro. Greg Popovich is gone. Tim Duncan and Manu Parker, they been gone. Kawhi been gone. They ain't been good since none of them left, bro. I don't
But
want to
they
hear
have a
that
bunch
shit,
of
bro.
good talent.
Good talent don't make a good team.
I know it
We know
don't,
that.
but we got
They rebuild no. They
but
got
we got
Fox, they got Wimby, they got the rookie of the year.
but we got good talent. That's what I was about to say. But then you put all that talent together at
Show
least.
me. Show me.
But hold on. At
Motherfuckers
least
ain't snipped the plan. Show me. I don't want to hear nothing about the damn
I would
Spurs,
at
bro.
least, but I would trade him though. I would trade him. I would instantly put Coop, Vic, and Giannis. Nigga,
I
what?
don't want to hear. I
I'm
don't
just
want to
I'm
hear
just
nothing
throwing
about.
shit out
I
there.
ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to hear nothing about the fucking Spurs. Nothing.
A Castle top pick. Vassell, good young talent. What's your boy? Johnson. Johnson from Kentucky. Keldon Johnson, good young talent. Victor Wembanyama, future to the league.
They about to
Yawn.
get dude from Rutgers. That's what they're gonna
Yawn.
They
get.
about to they about to get they about to get your boy son from Rutgers. Nigga, what?
Boo.
That nigga was averaging. All right.
Hey,
That's a lot of the whole point. I'm not
I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro.
I'm
I don't
saying
want to
I
keep
can
hearing
do it.
about these damn Spurs. They ain't did shit in years.
I'm saying on Draft Finder on NBA 2K, I can do a lot with that though. I can
That's
get
2K,
hey,
bro. That's
you can flip it.
2K.
You
Talk
can
about
flip
real
it
life, bro.
to
You put, bro. We've seen, bro, teams get made up in the summertime. Like, oh, they're gonna be lethal. They're gonna be this. Then they start playing with each other and they fucking shit. I
I'm not
don't want to hear
saying that
that
they're
shit.
gonna
I'm
be good
tired of
this
hearing that
year.
shit.
I'm
Hey,
saying they're gonna be
look,
good in 5 years.
I'll give you a perfect example. This year, everybody thought the fucking Phoenix Suns was gonna be this beautiful ass team. They were fucking ass. They were fucking garbage.
Raise
They
you
was
they
and I'll
garbage.
raise you the Houston Rockets
Didn't even make the
just class.
play in. Not the playoffs. They didn't make the play in.
ain't got the organization the Spurs got though.
No. No,
And then okay, that's right. That's right. You right. And then you get to the playoffs, you get doused. And hold on,
You
hold on.
just give them one more.
And you get a you y'all they got a proven coach. They had a
I know.
proven
But you
they
but
had,
what
no, hold on, time
okay.
out. They had a proven coach that was gift wrapped to them because he couldn't keep his cock meat in his pants.
Right.
So I don't. That's a little bit different than the Spurs, who yes, they have a great organization overall because of their lure of years of what they've done. But they ain't won. They ain't done nothing since. When's the last time they won? When Kawhi was there?
I still would put
How
them
long?
in
That
the
nigga
And
been
we would
on. That nigga been
and the
on three
Spurs
teams since then.
and if your boy wouldn't have put his foot up under Kawhi's leg, they would have won too. What's your
They
boy?
may have,
Pachula?
but they didn't. They didn't. They may have. They. I'm just saying, bro. I
I'm
don't
just
want to
playing.
hear
I
this.
know. I
We
know.
we removed from Tim Duncan, bro, and Tony Parker and Ginobili, bro. Like we removed from that shit.
To your point, since we're removed, let's go ahead and build with a whole bunch of young new talent. Let's create that same. Let's just create that same stuff. Let's bring them all up together.
Look,
I'm just
they
spitball. I'm just
I'm
spitball.
I
no,
might just be a I might just be a what's the opposite of enthusiast?
A
What's the
pessimist, maybe. I don't know. Not even a
yeah,
pessimist. That's not really pessimist.
I'm a Spurs non-enthusiast, bro. They put me to fucking sleep.
listen. The
I can't
last thing
watch
I'll
them.
They
say,
do though. I don't like watching them either, Damo.
the last thing I'll say, I think the Spurs in a few years going grow into something all right. I'm not saying they necessarily win a championship, but they're gonna be nice. And then the Rockets, Amen is growing right before your eyes, and Jalen Green either needs to get a reality check or get traded.
Or just dump Drea. I promise.
Bro, why do we bro, see this is what I hate about this shit, bro. Like what you just said, bro. I fucking hate it. Why can't they coexist? Why does one of them gotta go?
But
Like, no,
listen,
hold on,
they
time
were
out, time out. I know Jalen Green did not do good in the playoffs, bro. I get it, bro. But like, damn, bro. Like, damn, why we gotta write him off already, bro? Like,
listen.
he's just now arriving. Him 22 years old. Why we gotta ship him
I
away?
ain't saying that they can't coexist.
He's just saying that Jalen
He
didn't
was
get it together.
clearly like, all right, this is too big for you right now. And you're right. I'll give them another 2 years. Specifically him,
Too. No, me too.
Jalen Green. Another 2 years if you ain't shown growth, if you ain't like you you
Bro,
you who I'm
I
banking on.
swear, bro.
I'm banking my job on
It
you.
is so.
I'm in the top of the organization. I'm banking my job on you. Yeah, you like you're my star. You supposed to be growing into my star. You and Amen, Shangoon, Van Vliet's already solidified. So like, yeah, if my job's on the line and you and me,
Bro, that job is not on the line. Their first year, bro, all together they was the number 2 overall seed. Now they gotta get pieces, vets in there that can put it all together.
you just need
Like
one.
they just need a vet. They need another vet outside of Van Vliet. They just need another vet.
I guess what Rashad's probably expressing more so is that if I'm looking at everybody and I'm looking to bring a vet in, Jalen Green, you might be able to bring me in the best. You know what I mean? Just it's just what it's a double edged sword. It's like when you're
I didn't
that
give it up.
good,
Amen.
when your ceiling's that high, but then you don't perform in I agree with you. I think Jalen has plenty of time. Shit, we didn't seen all kind of niggas fuck up in the play. We didn't seen LeBron get back waxed in the playoffs at 22, 20 whatever years old. How old was he? Was
I
he
don't know,
20?
but we got like that's the thing I can't stand about sports, bro. It's like, bro, we don't give motherfuckers no time, bro, to like get it
Yeah, we
right,
don't.
bro.
No, we
We
don't.
don't give them no time to get it right, bro. Like, and
We don't.
motherfucker can have 3 offensive coordinators, 4 head coaches, and
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
on him. It's like, bro, no, bro, y'all forever changing.
But it's because
I
of the.
can't even get it. I can't even get a rhythm.
It's yeah.
I heard you though.
It's part. It's just it's part of it, bro. It's
I
part of the.
know, bro. It just sucks, bro. I just be hating it, bro. Like I'm trying to
We
think the
don't.
last person that I'm trying to think in the NFL, like the last person like they tried to write off, bro. And it's just like it
It
was
was.
too early to write them off, bro.
I
But,
mean, we can go down the list. Geno Smith.
oh yeah, Geno Smith's a good one.
Vikings
You can kind
quarterback
of say
last
Baker Mayfield a little, and not really.
No, not a little bit, a lot. Fucking Baker
Vikings
Mayfield,
quarterback last year.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. Yep. Yep.
I'm trying to think.
And usually it's quarterback.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
They
Jared
try to
Goff.
kill
That's a
Jared
perfect.
Goff out. They try to ship him to 0-6. Yeah, Jared Goff. Shit, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen
Before he
Hurts.
won the ship. They try to, like
That's
Kirk
you
Marcus
just don't
Cousins.
Mason
give them
Play.
no
Kirk
time, bro. Like
Cousins.
I just don't be understanding. Nah, we ain't Kirk Cousins. Nah, he deserves everything. That motherfucker
You
is
try
a
to slide. I tried.
certified.
You see me
He's
try
a
to slide that
certified
in.
thief. He's a certified thief.
He only stole from
Certified.
the Bank of Atlanta.
That nigga, no, he stole from everywhere. Washington, Minnesota. He done
He
stole
didn't steal
everywhere.
from Minnesota. They did all
Yeah, he
right.
did. Yeah, he did. He got that fucking guaranteed contract and shit. He stole, bro. That nigga's a certified thief, bro. He needs to be studied. His agent, bro. Whoever his agent is, bro. He probably goes to sleep every night and been like, God dang, I'll fleece these motherfuckers because this nigga sucks. And I'm getting him paid. I'm getting paid.
But
He
we
getting that
paid
nigga
though.
paid.
We paid though. Paid in the
He
shade.
getting paid, bro. He
He
getting
shops
paid.
at Walmart. What the fuck you need all that money for?
I know.
And generational wealth, bro.
You can go.
Shit.
What was I gonna say?
But you want to do a list right now? Break it up a little bit. You want to do a list?
Do a list. Did y'all see Timothy Chalamet bring the baddies to the Garden? That's how I know the Knicks is destined to win it. He brought the L.A. baddies to the Garden.
Oh my god.
Like he was wearing some Timbs on the hardwood floor of Madison Square Garden. I'm like,
Timberland Chalamet.
he needs to watch himself. We will take that nigga. He will be light skinned by the end of the summer. So he needs to stop playing with us. For real. But that's the problem is that the Jenners, they smell like oh niggas fuck with him.
Oh god.
Right. No, for real.
All right. I just had to say that before we got off sports. What y'all want to do? UofL moments, American accents, video games. Rashad didn't do just American accents, so he's gonna be the one nigga who's doing a world tour with this shit.
Wow.
The International.
Just couldn't help him.
Okay. Which one y'all want to do first?
Y'all want to start with the UofL moments?
They on sports.
See, you motherfuckers, y'all prepared, bro. Y'all be writing y'all shit down, bro. I don't be writing this shit down. I'm off the top of the
Put
dome
all the
kind of
moments
guy.
down and then order them. That's it.
Damn, top 5 U of L any sport.
Whatever.
Any sport, we can go first, and then maybe you can write them down and just order them or something, or you can type them or something. All right, so I'll hurry up, knock it out. Top 5 U of L moments, all sports, but there's probably only like 2 sports on there. Sorry. Honorable mention: U of L's women win over Baylor. Shoni Schimmel getting boogieing on Brittany.
Shoni Schimmel.
Shoni, that's a name from the past. Went to school with her and her sister. Shout
That's
out
how
both.
you. I'm gonna tell you what. That's how you know motherfuckers is really talented, bro. She didn't have a definition of muscle in her body. It was cooking motherfuckers,
Cooking.
Bro. Before Luca, we had Shoni.
bro. Facts.
Cooking.
Nigga, Shoni hit the motherfucking nigga reverse on it. Nigga. I was like, hey, dog, I don't know what tribe she's from, but I'm trying to pull up hoop with them.
On the
She
reservation.
was only my size. She was like, and like you said, no definition, just regular, just looking chick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, just regular looking chick. You wouldn't. And then honorable mention, last game in Freedom Hall. Last game in Freedom Hall. All right, number 5. I had to find a way to put this run on here, but my moment from the 13 championship was the Wichita State. The second half of the Wichita State game, like I've never had that bad of anxiety in my life, and I knew once we won that game, we were going to win the championship. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I wouldn't even. I knew we were going to win the championship once we beat Wichita. That game scared the shit out of me. So shout out Tim Henderson. I ain't know my man's could ball like that. Who else was balling at the end of the game?
Give me 15.
Yeah. Isn't that Christian Academy's finest? Isn't that where he went?
Don't give me the line. I
Christian
wouldn't.
Academy's finest.
I couldn't tell you, brother.
Nah. No.
Let's see. Number 4, Lamar versus Florida State. Woo, that was fire. Rick Pitino coming up with a little tight. Remember how tight that nigga shit was? I thought that nigga was us. That was a tight Lamar jersey. But Lamar boogieing on them niggas. I mean, that iconic spin into the end zone, breaking their backs after we just was exercising our demons against them. We had to beat them niggas. You feel me? And that literally started the lore of Lamar Jackson. We had game day here.
Facts.
That's iconic. Number 4. Number 3, Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl win over Wake Forest when we won the Orange Bowl. Probably just because I was there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Of course.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a boring game.
You remember that shit.
BCS
You
win.
remember that shit.
First BCS win. Michael Bush was hurt. What was that? Shelton going crazy. Brom was still balling. Harry Douglas. Shit. Guess we still have Mario. We had to, right? Harry's old. I don't know if we had Doomerville. I'm pretty sure we had Doomerville, if I'm not
No,
sure.
I think Dumerville was on that team. I believe so.
There was a lot of.
If it wasn't Dumerville, it was Okoye. It was one of those.
Yeah, Okoye. That's who I was thinking of. Wasn't he like 16 years old? came over.
Yeah, he was young as hell.
Yeah, that's what made him suck. Number 2, Edgar Sosa game winner. I remember where I was on that motherfucker. I was over Chet and Charlie's, watch on the screen. I don't
I
think I've
mean,
ever
I
yelled
mean,
louder.
maybe the niggas off. He was like, nah, I
I was,
got this.
hey, y'all, hey. That shows you. I don't know how young I was. What, 12, 10, 12, something like that. When I saw him do that, like that, I was like, we lost. This
That's
nigga's really gonna do this shit? But only a New York niggas don't have that much confidence to sit everybody down and say, walk up on the nigga, walk into it. He walked into that shit. They let him,
everybody knew, even his defender.
and they let him
Everybody
walk
knew.
into it. They let him gather into that shit. Motherfucker
Yeah.
go, cool, woo. Hey, that was
Damn. So if that's number 2, what's number 1?
just because I was there. It was the best vacation I've ever taken in my life. Overseas, been Jamaica, blah blah. I have to go back. It's the only time I've ever been. New Orleans, Sugar
Sugar
Bowl,
Bowl. Yeah.
bro.
That
It
was the
was just
time.
ask anyone who
That
went
was the
down there
time.
as UofL fans, bro. Took over the city. New Year's Eve. I was in college. Just met Ash. That was our first family vacation together. She came with us. That shit's crazy. We were all in one fucking hotel room.
That was the time.
That was,
Yeah.
bro,
That was
bro.
the time. I ain't gonna lie. That was the time at UofL. That like those were the golden years of UofL in our era.
Our
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like, cause
Did
13?
who was it that
cause
took?
baseball was popping, football was popping, both basketballs was
All
popping.
teams
Like
was
everything
popping.
was. Yeah.
Everything was
Everything
popping.
was. Everything.
Put us on the
Soccer
map.
was cold. Soccer was cold. I remember UCLA came here. I watched them right in front of my eyes. It was
It
like the
got
top
us to the
10
AC.
matchup.
It
What'd you
probably
say?
got us to the ACC.
Yeah, it was what
That's a
got us
good
to the
sign right
ACC.
there.
Shit, it was. But nah, bro. Was it Terrell Floyd that took this pick six back to start the game?
Hell yeah.
It was John Bostic
Hitting
hitting
Teddy.
Petty so hard. And that's what I'm talking about. Florida fans try to act like, oh, we wasn't really worried about that game. Y'all were what? Y'all were
That was
hyped. Y'all were hyped. Y'all hit us literally as hard as you can hit a human being without killing them. But act like that, yeah, we wasn't really, nigga. What? We was turning y'all up. B.J. Butler, nigga, South Florida nigga who he ain't South Florida. It may be Kissimmee because he grew up with my cousin Kiera. That nigga was getting loose on him. Like even the South Florida niggas was showing out on Florida. Like our Florida niggas was showing out on Florida. That's why I'm like, y'all don't. It was, hey, bro. It was everything that you know. Because we recruit hard from Florida, so I'm like, it's like beating
Yeah.
up, your big brother or something. Like,
yeah.
nah, I'm made from the same shit you made of. You just think you better than me.
Right.
Yeah. And when I finally catch you slipping, what's up? I don't know SEC people. Look, hey, y'all got one good year, nigga. Fuck you. Y'all niggas
I
are scared
already
of us.
tell you.
Tennessee dodged us. Brown tried to get Tennessee. You niggas dodged us. I'm not getting off that sword. We just played Ole Miss. We just played y'all. Y'all beat us. We tried to play y'all again. Now Lane don't want to play us. He's a bitch too. I put my name on my shit. Y'all niggas is
Hey, Marcus is crunk.
Yes, sir.
you avail, nigga, till I die, nigga.
Modelo Mark.
I get to the bottom, I start acting a fool. Nah, all
All
right,
right. So
I'm done.
you want to go, Rashad? You want me to go?
I'll do mine real quick.
All right. All right.
Then you can do yours off the top. All right. My honorable mention. This is an old one for us. Um, in 2002 when we upset FSU. I don't know why I remember that.
Oh, I
Just
remember that.
very vividly.
Uh
When the
huh.
rain
Oh,
and
When the rain and they tore down the
yes,
goalpost.
it was like my
Yep.
first
Yep.
big football memory of U of L. Just like we did it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
first real memory.
Yeah, for real. Number 5, Tay scored against UK as a true freshman.
When we was up out,
Yep. Was that game? I was just hyped. I was just like, dang, us teammates with this.
because we was telling them, y'all, no, there's a nigga we used to grew up with. He's about to tear y'all niggas up. Y'all ain't about to do shit. Y'all ain't even about to come in here and win. Then he caught the
Yeah.
game touchdown on you, bitch ass nigga.
Second quarter, I was like, yeah, that's him right there. The
We
nigga I
was
was talking about.
on y'all's campus talking cash shit to y'all.
Cash shit. Literally had dudes about to come up and fight us. He was like, yeah, this ain't what you
Game
want.
outside the game,
Yep.
calling us niggas, all kind of shit. All because we was y'all's ass.
Yeah,
Look at talking about. I was like, what is going?
I swear.
We was right. What was,
4. Sosa buzzer beat against UK. It's '09. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be on a few of our lists. That's just iconic Louisville moments right there. Number 3, Sugar Bowl win in '13. That's just another one that a lot of UofL fans are gonna remember. That our first time in the Sugar Bowl and first time winning, of course. Number 2, Lamar Jackson winning the Heisman in 2016. I was hyped as hell because I was just like, we hadn't seen a player like that, like not for Louisville. Like, and I know we had Teddy. Teddy was great, but Lamar is
Yeah, he was
most
different.
electric athlete to ever come through the university.
elect. That's the
Yeah,
word,
he was
electric.
different. Yeah, he
That's
was different.
something we don't see that. So I was hyped for him, and I was just like, shit. We all knew it. Them first few games, we was like, nah,
This is different.
I ain't even gonna say it. I'll put him up there with. It got to be Dr. Duncanstein, right? Him and Dr. Duncanstein. Got to be the most
for real,
because if you name Dr. Duncanstein,
straight up. And then number 1 is the national championship in
I was about to
2013.
say, bro, if you didn't say it, bro, I was about to get mad at you niggas.
The national championship.
well, I pinpointed a certain spot. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you got, bro, that game, bro, that game,
I knew he was gonna win.
like that
I'm cocky.
game,
I'm cocky.
that game, bro. No athletic Luke out there smacking motherfuckers from the 3-point line. That motherfucker couldn't slide on the quarter, bro. And that motherfucker was hitting everything.
Yep.
That's a good. I like that list, Rashad. I like yours too, Marcus. But Rashad, I like your list. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start 5, and then I'm gonna come through with an honorable mention. So I think my 5 was just the Lamar Jackson experience, just overall. Like, but I think Marcus hit it the nail on the head. That Florida State game was the one. Now when he came in the Syracuse game for Reggie, and he
I
jumped
remember
over
where I
that,
was.
and he jumped over that motherfucker, bro. I
I
was like,
remember
okay.
where I was.
I was like, what is this, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like, what is
Damo,
this?
I was at like a party, somebody's birthday party. It was like 20 people, and their backs, half of them backs turned. I'm looking at the TV, and I'm just like, oh my god! Hey, bro, I had everybody in there looking
And I
at
was a Reggie, bro. I was a Reggie fan. I
really.
loved I loved Reggie in high school. I I thought he was gonna be the next great quarterback here, bro. Like for real. But this is before I knew about Lamar. And so like when they took him out in that game because he didn't hustle for the fumble or whatever it was, and they put Lamar in, and then I understood it. You know, I understand it now. Like that's what it was. I get it, but it's like as a hometown kid, like I felt for Reggie, but he ended up making his way, bro, because he was a Swiss Army knife in high school. So like they put him everywhere at Louisville, and like he ended up finding his niche and his role, bro. So like that was dope to see. But just number 5 overall is like the Lamar Jackson experience. Like that's number 1. I mean number 5. Number 4 for me would be Reese Gaines against Tennessee.
I was gonna
That
be on somebody.
motherfucker, bro. That was legit, bro. Like that was legit.
3 threes
Three,
in
three.
20 seconds, whatever.
Something crazy, and we won that game, and we was losing. So that was one of them ones.
Because we was battling Tennessee back then too. Them
Yeah.
games, that series was a battle. So yeah, to win one like that's epic.
Now I know this is like crazy because we didn't win it this year, but the year that we played West Virginia in fucking Pittsnogle,
I go in
bro, I
D
remember. I
line,
remember. I
D
just
line.
remember that big ass white boy in that corner. And what he wore, number 34, and shooting them motherfucking threes. I thought we was gonna lose, bro,
I knew we
and
were gonna lose.
and we didn't. So like as what pops up in my mind. That's my number 3. My
Hey,
number my number 2 is Edgar hitting that 3 against Kentucky, bro. Like it's just nostalgic, bro, because it's like everybody around the city knew that they felt anyway that Rick was holding Edgar back. He wasn't letting him do what he wanted, what he was there to do. He wanted Edgar to conform to his system, and Edgar was just he was a scorer. He was a scorer. He could pass the ball too, but he was a scorer. And so for him to wave off the offense and say, "Fuck it, I'm about to win this thing in Freedom Hall," like that was one of them ones. And then number one to me, without a doubt, is the championship. Like the whole run, but the game itself, I remember that shit, bro. Like that's when I was in college. I was in UofL. I was enrolled in UofL at college. I had my own apartment. Shout out to Scholar again. He came over to watch the game with me, and I had to go to work that night. I was pissed. I worked at UPS, and I had to go to work that night, and so I was like hot that I had to go to work, but like I watched the full game. But those are my five, and then my honorable mentions. It was a game the U of L played. I don't know if y'all remember. It was a game against Rutgers at U of L, I believe. Like I was there. Like so, I just remember that game vividly. And then if I had to put another like honorable mention in there, I would probably say like Marcus said, the last game at Freedom Hall, like Kyle Kier going off, sending them out the right way. Like that was
Hold on
probably
though. About the Rutgers game. Are you talking about the one we lost on the field goal?
yes.
No, no,
Yes.
hey, dog. We have to do a top five heartbreaks.
Yes.
We have
I
to.
know. I know it sucks because it's like you thinking of memorable moments. You thinking about wins and stuff. But I was there,
I
and I
remember his
remember.
name, Ito.
Yeah, I was
That was the
there.
kicker's last name. Like that is ingrained. I was like, you bitch.
I was there. I remember that game. So
So if just real quick, I do have another honorable mention because I didn't want to put it on her because it's bad, but it's a moment. Is that Kevin Ware injury? Like that was
see,
bad.
so I kind of put that with
Run.
the championship run, bro, because like that, like the triumph that they overcame. You know, they triumphed over a tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Like over a trial, I should say. Like that was like something tough that they had to get over. You know what I mean? And like they galvanized them even more. You know what I mean? And so, like I put that with the run. Like that's part of the run. That's part of the national championship to me. Like I'm like if he ever came back here, bro, like during the game, bro, like they would go crazy.
Yeah, he a legend.
He's a legend. Like they would go crazy in there. Like I don't even know if they've ever had like
Reunion.
a reunion of that team, but like that team
They
needs to have a
did.
reunion, bro.
They did. Rick Pitino didn't come back.
Of course.
This
I don't
happened like
think that. I don't think that motherfucker's ever coming back
He said he wants
unless
to.
we play. He ain't coming back here, bro.
And when we play,
Yeah.
we have a little back and forward, home and home with them, St. John. So
Madison Square Garden
it's
here. Yeah.
coming. We have to wait a year for it, but it's coming.
What was I gonna say? Damo, do you remember we went to that Miami Heat game? Do you remember
Yeah.
in Airlines Arena at all?
I
Like,
do. I do.
do
I
you
do.
feel like it's like the Yum Center's like American Airlines
I
Arena?
do. I do. I've always thought that, bro. I've
Okay,
always thought that. Yes.
dude, I'm not tripping, right? Shaq hit 10 or 11 free throws that night when me and you
I
were
don't
there.
remember. I just remember I was there, bro, because like I'll never forget it, bro. Like I'm blessed for your family, bro, because like y'all took me on so many trips from growing up, bro. So I'm blessed for the Helm family for sure. But like I always remember that because it's like Shaq is my favorite player of all time, and I would always like want to go see him in Indianapolis. So one year, my mama literally bought us tickets to go see him in Indianapolis, and he was either hurt or got suspended, and then Kobe got hurt or suspended. Like one of them was one of each. Like I think Shaq got suspended and Kobe was hurt or it was flip flopped. And so like we went up there and I didn't get to see neither one of them play, and I was pissed. And this is when they both played for the Lakers, and then I feel like it was the first year. I think it was the first year of the Heat, bro. Is when we went down there when Shaq went to the Heat.
Shaq was the first.
Yeah, and so like I think that was like the first year, and so I was able to see Shaq play. So like I'll scratch that off my bucket list. But me when I didn't get to see him play, bro, when he was in Nap, I was
Yes, sir.
salty, bro. I remember that shit.
That's crazy. That does suck though. That's why you niggas need plays back to back slow.
Huh? hmm Real
Uh,
talk, bro.
top 5 sports video games.
Sports video games,
Ooh, this motherfucker was tough.
Sports.
man. Fuck it, this is easy.
That was tough for me.
This is
I
easy, bro.
I
Put
went
them in
I went
order.
outside the realm on mine. Mine's
This is easy, bro. This is easy to me. I'm just like I said. I'm off the top. I'm off the cuff. You
Do
feel me?
you?
I'm off the cuff.
You know him so well that like you'll go first. You want to hear ours first.
right.
No, I'm going. I'm going. I'm
Okay.
going. So number 5 is Madden. Like, let's just name Madden. I ain't gonna put a number on Madden, but
Now put a number
Madness,
on it. Put a number on it.
Madness.
I didn't do franchises. Cause what's your favorite Madden? Just say your favorite Madden.
Oh shit! I ain't saying that. I'm just saying the franchise. Madden.
Okay.
Madden
Okay. That's fine.
franchise. Madden franchise.
Hold on.
Number one. Number one. I'll go from 5 to 1. Number 1 is 2K, without a doubt.
All
Like, bro, 2K. I don't play. I ain't played video games since 2011. But I'm just keep it real with you. I ain't
Bro,
played
the
video
Golden Age
games
was
since.
13. He never played 2K13. That was the Golden
No,
Age.
I'm saying I ain't played a video game since 2000 in college, bro.
right.
In college, bro. Yeah, sophomore in college, bro. I ain't played a video game since, bro. I be too busy, bro. I got too much other shit going on. I ain't played no
Yeah,
video
yeah.
games. But when 2K came out, because remember it was NBA Live. But then when 2K came out and they graphics started smacking live, they took
That was
over.
it.
I'll say 2K number 1. What was the one on Dreamcast, Marcus, bro?
What, the original 2K?
No, the basketball game on Dreamcast.
The original 2K is what I played on Dreamcast. With
No,
Allen
bro.
Iverson on it.
No, bro. The Afro Thunder and all that, bro. What's the name of that?
Hold on, you talking about NBA Street?
NBA Street is number
Volume
3.
1 or Volume 2?
Both of them.
Okay. I
NBA
fuck with both
Street
of
was
them.
because that shit was cold. Uh, I'll put NFL Blitz at 5.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go NFL Blitz at 5. I'll go NBA Street at 4.
You had Madden on there.
I'm moving Madden down.
All right.
I'm moving Madden down to 3. 2K 1. No, I'll put Madden 2. I'll put
Okay.
Madden 2.
And Madden 2.
And then 3, we said sports.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Fucking Wii. I'm going off the box.
Wii Sports.
Bro, Wii Sports, bro. Change the game. Fucking Wii Sports, bro.
This
The
shit
fuck?
was tough.
That shit was tough, bro.
Sir.
I really actually want to get a Wii. Like
Yes,
now.
sir. No, definitely get a Wii now. It's even better now.
Like,
Wii Sports, bro. It took over the game, bro.
I agree.
Shout out game. Shout out Wii.
I know y'all gonna say something that I forgot, but that's just my, I know it's something on there that I ain't got though. I wanted to go though first before y'all could influence me. I didn't want y'all to influence me, so that's why I wanted to go first this time.
Get your shit off, Damo. Get your shit off.
You want to do yours or you want me to go?
You can go. Yes, sir.
So, honorable mention, I got Fight Night Round 2.
Are you a fight night?
Round 2.
See, I knew I was gonna miss something, bro. Fight night was hard.
Hard.
Fight night was
Hard.
hard. Yeah, fight night
Number
was hard.
5, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
See, and I would have never see. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Marcus is younger than me, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know about half the shit I know about. Real talk, you gotta understand, bro. Marcus was middle class black family before that shit existed.
No,
They
for real,
had it all, bro.
I used to
So,
love going out there, bro.
bro, I swear,
I used to love
they
that.
had it all, bro. They had it all, and we used to play that shit. What was on Xbox? You had an Xbox.
Both, nigga. I had everything.
Okay. We used to. I remember playing Pro Skater on your shit, bro. But I think it was on
Yes,
Xbox.
it was
when
on
we played
Xbox. I had it on Xbox.
It was on
You're right.
Xbox. The
You're
black
right.
one.
Yeah,
The black
because
one.
Janine and John
Yeah.
ended up having it. Yep. We all had the same.
All right. Number 4, NBA Street Volume 2. They took it to a new level on the second one. The game breaker and bro, that was used to love playing that. I put hours into that. Number 3, Madden '04, Vic on the
Knew
cover.
it. I knew it. I knew he.
He was a cheat code. Like it literally wasn't fair.
Nigga, Kevin Bruce would try to drop back, and I'd be like, nigga, I know what you doing. That nigga beat the shit out of me.
You couldn't do nothing about it. All you had to do was just literally run around the corner. And he could throw bullets on there. Number 2, NBA 2K13.
I told you.
Who they had Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, and who was the other dude on the front?
Who was on the Golden State Warriors that used to get in Rodney's back?
No. Rodney used him.
Who was you? Look,
It
Rodney's
was
on live
Richard
so hard.
Jefferson.
Who? Kim Bazemore?
Richard Jefferson.
See, when I played, this motherfucker got up. I thought it was gonna be Monte Ellis. I thought it was
No,
Richard?
gonna, I thought it was gonna say Monte Ellis.
The
they
little
didn't
light
even have
skinned,
him in the
ugly, bald
starting
head ass.
lineup.
No, I'm gonna tell you who when I played, bro. When I did play 2K, it was 2K. I think it was is it the 2K10 both.
Madden with Jordan, probably.
Both. I played with the Atlanta Hawks.
And Josh Smith.
Josh Smith, Marvin Al, Jamal Crawford, and Joe Johnson. And I brought Teague off the bench.
Oh no.
I was killing niggas with Jamal, bro. Jamal, that's
Solid.
outside of Shaq, that's my favorite. I like underdogs. When I was coming up, bro, I always like underdogs outside of Shaq. My favorite players in the NBA was Rudy Gay and Jamal Crawford, bro.
Hey, bro, we have to do a top 5 2K players you hate using and the top 5 2K players you love using. Because
Bro.
I'll
you
tell you now,
already
my
know,
favorite
you know who
two
your
right
number
now
one. I already know who your number one's gonna be, Rashad, because he's gonna be my number one
that you hate,
that you hate using on 2K.
Who?
Denver Nuggets.
Melo,
No, you hate using.
Like, you talking about when they had him?
Yeah, point guard
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller. Boy, he was the worst
Well,
2K player in the
see,
world.
I tried to erase it from my memory. I didn't
He
even know
would
what he was
fuck
talking
me
about.
up. He would fuck up my whole game plan.
Right? I mean, garbage.
I'm sorry, Andre. I love you, but you
That shit,
crafty ass.
bro. No, that shit was awful.
All right, what's your number one, Rashad?
What's your number one?
Number 1, WWE Raw vs. SmackDown ECW 2008.
I knew. I was wondering. I didn't hear no wrestling shit.
I know it
See,
fit.
this
It
is
was
why you niggas is called the odd cast, bro. Because you niggas got years and shit. I'm going franchises overall. You niggas is pinpointing time. Y'all making me feel old.
A nigga said ECW crossover and shit.
they put ECW on it. Boy, I was like, nah, I need that, and
I ain't gonna
I
lie,
would not
bro. When
stop.
I found out wrestling was fake, I was mad as fuck. I stopped everything wrestling. I was mad as shit. All I cared about was Rock and The Rock and fucking Stone Cold. When I figured out that
Hey,
shit was
bro.
fake, bro. And
He's
then
like, fuck that.
when I figured out that fucking Scar's face wasn't really scarred under there, bro, I said, yeah, fuck this shit, bro. I was mad as fuck, bro.
Is he talking
Yeah.
about? Is he talking about?
I didn't call him Scar,
You
bro.
talking about Kane?
Undertaker's
Kane.
You talking
Kane,
about
yeah,
Kane?
Undertaker's brother, bro. When I
Yeah, but
figured out
Kane
that
wasn't
shit was
when
fake,
that.
bro, Kane, bro, I said, yeah, this is bullshit, bro. Niggas lied to us, bro, all this fucking time. I thought this shit was real. Y'all
Like
niggas
they
got me
not
fucked up,
brothers.
bro. That should have been on the top 5 list. That should have been on the top 5 list of lies you remembered as a kid. That was one of those, bro. That
You're
was one
right.
of those
That
motherfuckers.
actually would have been
Wrestling.
perfect.
You motherfuckers lied to us about wrestling, bro.
That would have been actually perfect. I
Yeah.
didn't even
I
think
told
about
her,
that.
I told Marcus another. What's the other one I told you, bro? I heard somebody say it in the store, bro. I was at Dollar Tree and I heard somebody say it, bro. And I was mad as fuck, bro. I was like, damn, how did I think about this, bro, when we did our list?
Why can't
I
I
don't
think?
know.
You fucked
I
me up.
can't.
We have to go watch the video again.
Nah, he called me. He called me.
I
Got
called him and told him as I heard it in Dollar Tree, bro. It was another one somebody said, and I
It
was
was
just like,
good. You'll think
it
of
was
it.
a good. Yeah, I'll think of it, bro. I'll think of it.
That was a good one too.
It was, but I can't remember, bro. I can't remember that motherfucker at all. All right, what's your 5, Marcus?
Honorable mention. Like you said, Tony Hawk. Hey, this wasn't. Hey, look, I know Rashad's gonna mess with me on this one. Shout out to the cousins too. This wasn't a sports game, but you were inline skating the whole time. Just a radio.
Oh my God,
Look at,
no. That's the shit. Jet Set Radio Future.
what,
Yes.
bro?
They need to make it. They need to
Remake,
remake.
remake.
Yes. Me and Nika played that all the time.
And then I don't know if y'all played this on the computer, but backyard baseball.
I feel like I remember that.
Backyard baseball was so hard as a kid. Shout out to the Judds. They had it. If you ever went over the Judds, they had it
Yeah.
on there.
See, real talk, we was poor. I had
Oh no,
download.
I was about to say you called me middle class. That's where middle class stops at, right there. Backyard baseball games for PC. Nigga, I just gave you, nigga. You got two, nigga. You got you. Could you imagine me trying to say some shit like that, nigga? You got a PS2 and an Xbox 360. You shouldn't be asking me for nothing.
Swear.
And the PC and the
And let's
GameCube.
be honest, like that's my daddy's shit too. Let's be honest, like it's like I'm at that age, like I'm his excuse,
Right.
right? So that's why I'm like, all right, number 5. Shout out to my dirt bike. Look, shout out to my look. That's what I said. We out here. MX Superfly, baby. That's where I learned all my rock music. That's where I learned. That was the
Right.
best dirt bike game. MX Unleashed, MX versus ATV, all that stuff. No, MX Superfly was easily the best dirt bike game. PS2, by the way, but easily the best dirt bike game of our childhood.
If you motherfuckers don't know, just listen to the podcast, bro. Marcus been riding fucking dirt bikes and go karts since he was fucking 2 years old.
4 years
No,
old. 4 years old.
I'll say two, motherfucker, two.
I've been riding. Yeah.
But he was riding a two-wheel fucking. This is how we met. That motherfucker was riding a two-wheel dirt bike down the street in the neighborhood at 4 years old. I was 6.
You know,
Little fucking 4 foot shit, bro. Little short shit riding this motherfucking dirt bike. Killing
I could
that
barely get my
motherfucker
leg
too,
over.
bro. Like, most motherfuckers can't even ride a bike at 4 years old without
And,
training wheels. He was riding a dirt bike, bro.
and me, what I do, I busted the tire on my bike because I was driving super fast and then I would stop on the brakes and see how far I could skid down the block, and I eventually busted my tire, and they was like, this nigga needs something else. I can't keep going through bikes and tires. Just
Facts.
give him something. So that's my number 5. Number 4. Speaking of action sports, sorry Tony Hawk, you got bumped down, but Dave Mirra BMX, because I played the shit out that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I played that more than Tony Hawk. I'm sorry. I love the BMX stuff. I thought I
I'm
wanted
telling
to do
y'all now.
BMX.
I'm telling all y'all now. I wouldn't know about half of this shit, bro, if it wasn't for Marcus, bro. I didn't know about that shit.
just go over there and be like, what the hell?
What are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Like I don't even. Yeah, that's why I wasn't as good at Madden or 2K as everybody else, because I'm over here playing some other shit. I'm in a totally different world, building dirt bikes and racing careers, racing around the country, knowing what. Yeah, nigga, I know that. I know that Supercross arena. Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, just get real tight around that hairpin, like shit like that. I'm a weirdo. So shout out game. Number 3, NBA Live '04, nigga. That's when Shaq, nigga, he was unstoppable. Yao Ming and Steve Francis versus Shaq. Yao and Shaq on that month. Hey, then that's when Detroit was coming up. That game was loaded. Shaq was unstoppable. My dad would almost make me cry. I'd be in tears trying to play that nigga. He beat the. Hey, I'm not lying. Me and my daddy went back and forth on that a lot. I think we played that more than any other game in our whole lives. NBA Live '04, bro. We dogged that game. Number 2, NBA Street Volume 2. Gotta do that.
Of course.
I remember when Big Chris bought a PS2, brought it over to Chet and Charlie's, and let me play it the first NBA Street. Like, I literally remember that day. Like, so imprinted. So the PS2 changed our lives, bro. I don't care what nobody said. If you wasn't a kid
Yeah.
when the PS2 came out, you have no clue. Fuck an iPhone. Fuck a
Hey, I was
Tesla.
on Xbox.
Fuck a everything. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy. I had an Xbox, but that was only because that was the one I could afford. When I got to college, I couldn't afford the PS2. That's what I wanted, but I got an Xbox.
I switched that PS.
I thought PS. And then number 1, shout out Damo. He already know what's up. I put more miles on this motherfucker than anything. We sports, nigga. We sports.
I'm telling you, bro, we sport. Hey, These sports changed the game, bro. That shit changed the
I can
game.
have my
Oh,
mom
When they
up in the
came
next
out,
room
they had
playing out.
PlayStation. You had to get the little thing for the PlayStation,
nunchucks.
the little thing that go
No,
on top of the TV so
the
they
on
can
the
get
TV,
your.
the sensor come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the TV.
yeah.
Yeah, they try to match it. I said, oh yeah, they changed the game with this shit.
Nigga, Wii tennis specifically, if you want to
Yeah,
do
Wii tennis
Woo.
get you right, bro.
get no for real. Like my
They used
mama
to be
was
on
literally
bowling.
like I'm pretty sure you could only go up to like it's like your experience is 0 to 2,000. My mama was like
Yeah.
2,500. Like she had it like, hey, bro, hey, dog, and she played tennis growing up, so you took that shit serious. So shout out to her. Yeah, it's my top 5 sports video games.
Some solid lists.
I fuck with Fight Night.
Yeah, I fucked with Fight Night too. That was you pulled that one
Do y'all
out the
remember
hat.
ESPN football?
Yep. I
I
played it
remember.
for it.
So you could play first person Damo. Like you could catch a kick return and you looking from inside the helmet and then you literally running through nigga. Like it was hard.
And
Yeah.
I think 2K stole their like
They 2K
storyline from that because like that game was ahead of its time. People was like, it's kind of weird, but like they was doing it like almost my player type storyline
had my
already.
player storyline. That's what I was about to say. You had a crib that you could go to. You had trophies in your crib. You can play little mini games in your crib. You could, I mean, man, that was cold.
That's when Terrell Owens was like the best receiver playing. He might even been on the cover, I think.
Might have been, might have been. So, all right, top 5 accents.
I'll go last
I'll
since
go
I
first. I'll go first.
international.
All right, I'll go in the middle. I'll go in the middle. I'll go in the middle.
Honorable mentions. I only have one. All right, hold on. Let's start over. Top 5 American accents, regional accents. Honorable mention: Minnesota. Minnesota. Shout out my fam in Minnesota. I shout out them. Number 5, the potluck that is South Florida. Shout out to my Jits. Shout out to my Haitians. Shout out to everyone from Kodak to Lil Tyler to
Zoes,
to
shit. I said the Zoes.
the
It's
Zoe.
like a
The
yeah, like
Zoes, the Haitians.
yeah.
Oh, for real? My bad. How am I shout out to Haitians? I don't even know what to call y'all for. My
The
bad.
Zoe. Zopound.
The Zopound? Oh
Yeah,
shit. Hey,
Zopound.
all right. Well, Vice City 2's coming out. Y'all gonna be in that motherfucker. Y'all gotta recreate that mission.
I'm sure they
Hey,
are.
boy. Florida's accent is so different, bro, because like when I went to college, that's when I knew. When I played football, people in college, and the way they talk, but they don't finish words. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, cold in a bed. You know what I'm saying? They don't finish words, bro. So it's like it's hilarious, bro. Then like you know how we hear accents so much, bro, you accidentally pick it up, bro. It's just like damn, you start saying they should start using that terminology. So that's number 5. Florida, South Florida's number 5. Okay.
Number 4, shout out my homegrown folks. Appalachia. Uh
Eastern
all
Kentucky.
my we from the bluegrass state, so we got to shout out to my people. Shout out to though the people who modernized it for us. Shout out Nappy Roots. Shout out Damo's people. You know it's Damo's people.
Hey, look, hold on, time out, bro. Do y'all follow heavy plates?
Yes, of course I do. They just
Bruh.
hey bro,
Do
they
you
just sent
don't follow him, Rashad?
hey,
No.
they just
Bruh.
hey, I reposted them and then we talked back and forth in the DMs. So shout out to Heavy Plates 502 by the way. That's the plug for y'all since I
Bro,
talked.
if you never listen to it, Rashad, her accent is so heavy, bro. She says New Albany. Like it's so heavy, bro. It's so heavy. It's funny as hell because I ain't never really heard like somebody that lives in Louisville that has like a heavy accent, like Eastern Kentucky
Yeah,
accent.
Eastern Kentucky. Heavy
Howard
Plates underscore 502. Shout out gang.
Albany.
Hey, they do some good work though. Do some good work. But yeah, shout out Nappy Roots, the Billies. I just want to put some random people out there so you can pinpoint how we done modernized it. Number 3, Memphis.
That shit's beautiful.
Hey, bird.
Beautiful. And it's a
With the
beautiful music. Beautiful music. Music. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Shout out 3 6 Mafia. Shout out Gotti. Shout out Glow. Shout out Pooh Shiesty, Hustle and Flow, all
RP
people.
Dolph.
Hey man,
Dolph,
hey
RP
man,
Dolph.
shit,
Hey,
that's funny.
hey,
All
man,
right.
come on, Maine. That's what I'm saying. Maine is is like a cultural phenomenon. That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
Come
it is. It
on,
is.
Maine. So number two, I'm gonna call this the most iconic American accent ever, because all the accents before this stole from accents that aren't American. New York. New York is the most iconic American accent in ever. Talking shit. And I'll say this: the most iconic person speaking in that accent right now is Cameron.
I feel like Cameron is a pioneer. More than one thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Cultural pioneer. He's a cultural pioneer.
Like he needs to get his flowers in more than one
No, I agree.
facet of his career. You know what I'm saying? Cameron is a trendsetter, and I agree with your sentiment.
I
I
like
agree with that.
trendsetters, man. So shout out Cameron. Because Dan
All right, so if New York's two, what's one?
Nolans, baby. Nolans.
We should have been.
Nolans,
Nolans,
baby,
baby.
baby. I can't believe you don't got one on the list, but all right.
I'll
I
put
like
look, Detroit, I put them as my honorable mention too, but maybe a little Compton. Because y'all kind of talk the same to me. Detroit, when you get too far West Coast, you start G Perico starts sounding a little bit like 42, not 42 Doug. I could not Skilla Baby. I'm trying to think. But you get the point.
Big Sean.
Shit, even Big Sean. That's a perfect example. That's why a nigga can just move out to California and fit right in. Anyways, but yeah, New Orleans. Shout out Juvie. Shout out Master P. Shout out Young Boy. Shout out Cajun. Shout out Creoles. Shout out
That's my number
the
one too. I
French.
ain't gonna lie, boy. That's my number one, boy. Something about that when the women talk in that New Orleans accent is different. As I'm telling y'all now, that's my number one. That's my number one. I'm going from 1 to 5. That's my number one. My number one is New Orleans. That's my
New
number one.
Orleans.
My number two, and it's just because it's funny to me and it entertains me. It's Baltimore, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Baltimore, bro. The
Bad.
biggest goot. You a goot. Stupid dummy. You
Shout
know what
out
I'm saying?
Snoop.
Like that.
Shout out Snoop. She's the most famous. I feel like Baltimore.
So Baltimore is my two, bro. Like have y'all seen the Drewskis
Yep.
Of
auditions for
course.
Baltimore, bro?
What's
Bro.
my girl's name from Baltimore that was just on there? The little skinny light skin shit.
Nah, bro. Bipple,
Switch
what's
up,
his
switch
name?
up, switch your
I
real.
don't know, but the dude that got his own language,
Oh, you talking about him? You talking about him?
oh, bro, that shit cracks me up, bro.
Hey, bro,
The
he's
biggest
good.
goot, Ermin and German.
The nigga be dancing rain like that and shit. Nigga be like that.
Yeah.
You seen that?
I would say after that, it's gonna be Florida. Florida's got a hold on me just because when I went to college, a couple of my homies, bro, like was from Florida, bro, and they in the middle of Kentucky, bro, just trying to live, and it was just a culture shock to them. Florida for sure. Number four, I gotta go Georgia, bro. I gotta go Atlanta, bro. Like
And
Atlanta's in there. Atlanta's in there. You gotta have Atlanta in there. And then for five, I have to go Memphis, bro, because it's just hilarious too, bro. They replace all their U's with R's, so it's
I
like
swear to God.
Memphis, and then I'll have to go honorable mention New York. New York will probably be honorable mention, and yeah, that's my five.
Okay.
I like it. That's a good list.
Now I know Rashad's gonna go left field on us. He already gave us a teaser. We say American accents. This motherfucker's gonna come through with
Oh,
international.
Listen. If I show y'all the text, it says regional. So I immediately went global. I was like, all right, this region of this place. Like not specific like that, where like this village in fucking Morocco, but like no, I did 5 hours of research on my shit. But no. So all right, we got two honorable mentions.
damn, they only made honorable mention.
They only on honorable mention.
Italiana. Need a slice of
Exactly.
gabagool.
And then the other one is German. They talk really rough. Their language just sounds harsh. Like I don't know how to explain it,
It is
but
harsh, nigga.
yeah.
Mark that down.
But I enjoy like hearing it for some reason. I'm just like, how the hell y'all get that? But anyway, top five. Number five, West Coast. You know, just like how them Cali dudes talk. You know, most of them I've gotten from rap and hearing rappers that are from there talk. But it's just
Anywhere
interesting
specific?
lingo, some
Yeah,
E40 shit.
give me
No,
like
no, he said it. He said it. That's what I was
Okay,
about
okay,
to get
yeah,
out of you.
E40
who'd he
shit.
say?
E40, Oakland nigga.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta say
Bay Area. There's some other ones, but
Shout out
that's
to Bay.
probably the one that sticks out most to me.
Yeah, I love Oakland. Saxon.
Number four, the British accent. We
that's my
was
fault.
watching a show called Supercell. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And I started talking in British accents to Maya. She was like, "Please stop." I was picking up that lingo. I was picking up the lingo from the show
yeah,
because
the
it's black
fucking
black
mandem,
dudes.
the mandem, bruv.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
I'll let
Hey, like, bruv is the number one. Like,
that's
Rachel gets
bro.
mad at me, bro. Rachel gets mad at me because I be saying bruv, and I got Kai saying bruv. Like,
That's
chill,
No, we
bro.
bruv.
hey, but I agree with you on the ability to pick it up because Ashley says oi now. Oi, oi. I do use oi sometimes though.
The mandem. It's crazy, bro. Like, it's so crazy that the British accent and the Canadian accent and the Jamaican accent are like intertwined.
We're gonna come back to that.
We'll go back to that. Yes, we'll go back to that.
I think it's Australian. They be like Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
But you got to remember that the Australians ain't nothing but a bunch of drunken British people who were so drunk that their accents got mistaken.
It's very similar. Like weirdly, it is.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. They're a bunch of drunken. All Australian accent is a drunk English accent. That's all Australian accent is. They
It's
slur their
crazy.
words more. They're more like just heavy off the mouth or something. I don't even know what you would call it.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy. It's very similar.
But yeah, oi is what they use in Ted Lasso a lot. So when we watch Ted Lasso, she's always like oi, oi. You know when something happens where you're like shit. That's kind of like
Yeah,
oh shit, like oi. Shout out, gang. Shout out. I don't even know who we want to shout out in Great Britain.
exactly. Fucking
The
Neil
nigga-
Osprey.
Central C, the mandem.
Central.
Young Central
Come
C.
on, Central C. I'm shouting out Saint and Ashbeck on that. I'm shouting out Saint and Ashbeck for that nigga. Central C is what? Remember when we found Central C? We found Central C when he was like pinging, ping, like when he was making that shit.
Yeah.
We've known about Central C for like 5 years. And
Mm-hmm.
when we saw that nigga, we was like, I mean, he's probably one of the hardest rappers, but something about that nigga's look. We just kept looking at that nigga like there's something about Central C. Like he don't fit. He don't fit. Everything else do though. But
First time I ever heard him was on the
little baby.
on the radar
Uh,
freestyle with Drake.
oh yeah.
I was like, damn, he got some bars.
He does.
He
He
came
can
out of
rap.
nowhere.
He can rap. He's just
Mhm.
he's a little different.
Number three, a Nigerian accent.
All right, Tim's.
I don't know. I like the way they speak.
All right, boy.
Rashad, you contradicted yourself so bad, bro.
Why?
Why?
Keep going. Just keep
Why?
going. Because, bro, you said I seen top 5 regional accents, so I'm thinking international. Like,
Don't take regional out of it. He just went international as soon as he.
yeah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you went international, bro. You didn't even go. You done been. We done been to Britain. We done been to North America. We done been.
Yes.
We done been to Britain, North America. Where else did you say?
Italy,
Nigeria. We done been to Africa. Like, golly, boy.
Germany. Like I said, I never went back. Like I said in my head, regions, and then that was it.
You just stuck with it. Okay. What's next?
Number two, we coming home.
It's almost your birthday tomorrow, but don't be dumb.
What?
Regional?
What you talking about?
He's already ratting you out, Rashad. What's a region to you?
Well,
I feel like he missed. I feel like he interpreted us as like regional parts of the world.
Yeah.
But like, bro,
But he
you
said,
know what we was talking
I
about,
already
bro.
started it out.
Exactly. It could be a region in Europe. You never know.
Could be Eastern Europe, nigga. Shit.
So you'll have to circle back for like
Also,
then.
this is the oddcast, so
It is hard though.
Bye, y'all.
It's not supposed to be normal.
Right.
bye, Ashley. All right, number 2, country slang. So I ain't talking about no
Okay,
offense.
country grammar. What do you want?
Yeah, I ain't talking about backwood hillbilly country. I'm talking about basically nigga country. You know what I mean? Like where we you're a
Xavier Leggett.
You say what?
Xavier Leggett
Who the hell is that?
from the Carolina
From
Panthers.
the Carolina Panthers, you can't never, bro. You don't know who Xavier Leggett is? Boy,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
boy.
we're definitely post editing this.
Yeah,
I
you
ain't gonna
you
lie to you.
definitely gotta listen to him talk, bro. That boy, that's a country
That is the
Negro right there.
countryest nigga in the world. He is the countryest nigga in the world.
But
I would agree.
I don't even know then if y'all describe him as that, if that's what I'm talking about. More so like how we don't think we speak country, but we'll go somewhere else and they be like, you sound country.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Or just randomly a random word will come out country as hell. You be like, I didn't mean to say it like that, but it just happened. So I didn't know what to call it, but I just put country
When
slang.
people say shit like different and shit like that.
Yeah,
Hold on,
just random.
Rashad. I just want you to hear Xavier Leggett.
Boy, it sound like he's doing a skit. God damn.
Yeah, hey,
That's him talking proper.
and look,
That's him talking
that's
proper.
him talking proper because it was
That's
an
him.
interview. Like once he got drafted and stuff, he
Thank you.
laid off and he
Thank
was
you.
just like, "I'm just gonna be who I am, bro."
Yep.
And it's worse. It's even harder to break out what he's saying
You ain't
now.
even got no choice but to be who you
I
are.
don't
You
know what
could
he
have
be
had
saying.
that accent.
I don't know what he be saying. But I mess with him though. He be squirrel hunting and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like squirrel's good as fuck. Sorry, y'all.
He would be a good friend to have. He gonna show you some stuff that
Oh
you ain't.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. He'd be a great country friend to have.
Mhm. Number 1, coming back to Dama earlier where I had to stop you, the Jamaican accent.
Jamaica, man.
Now listen, you right. You right about that.
Hey, I'm
About
2 weeks. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm 2 weeks to the
Oh yeah,
day.
you are. Shout
I'm
out
out of here.
Demarius.
you going?
Shout out
Yeah,
Demarius.
shameless plug. Shout out to
Exactly.
Demars and Indigo. But yeah,
Shout out
2 weeks
Demarius
from
Indigo.
today, nigga, I'm in there.
I'm the only one who need to take me a trip.
So Quentin's gonna be down there, and Christine's gonna be down there in St. Thomas getting married the
Yep.
25th, while
You're right.
Demarius and Indigo are redoing their vows, or actually, actually doing their ceremony or whatever, since it was during COVID, and they'll be down 4 days later in
In
Montego.
Jamaica.
Can't wait, bro.
Again, that's good shit. That is, bro. I want to get back to Jamaica. Like that's literally, like that's something I want to do for real.
That's my first time out the country, bro.
You're
So
gonna
I'm geeked.
fucking love it, Damo.
I
I'm
can't
not
wait.
lying. You're
We
gonna
trying
fucking,
to plan something now.
yeah,
Like
we need to. Like we need to.
July.
Got that motherfucking passport. You
I'm
feel
trying to.
me?
Ashley's gonna get mad. She's gonna be like, "Why y'all trying to go without us?" I'm just gonna let y'all know right now where that conversation's going.
Passport.
I'm trying to go with y'all, man.
But Damo, back to what you were saying, because Jamaica and you got he ready.
He's ready. Nah,
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Yes, you need
I told you that
that.
nigga ready. That nigga had that motherfucker.
I'm
You
ready. I
need
can't
that.
wait.
Was in
If
his
I
you
can't
trying
pocket.
to,
wait.
but didn't between Britain and Jamaica, like I forgot what it was, but people migrated from Britain to Jamaica,
Something
which is
like that, bro.
which is why the black people sounded like, and that's real, like
When the
so.
slave trade started, they needed the Anglo-Saxon white people needed slaves. They looked down on the Irish. They used the Irish as slaves, as the middle, like to get the Jamaican slaves working and shit. They was their field hands and shit. So then
Hey,
the Jamaicans
so
and the Irish were there side by side. So what you think happened?
that's that manual education right there. If y'all wanted to know on display, if you needed a display of the best public school they say in Jefferson County, that's it right there.
Manuel ain't
Because
teach me.
whoever else would know that fucking fact, bro?
Why in the hell would Manuel teach me some shit about black people?
I don't know, because that's what they
Exactly.
do.
How to research.
Yeah, there
So
you go. There you go. They taught me how to research. Shout out Manuel. They taught me how to research. So
yeah,
no
yeah,
problem.
I
Hilarious,
feel like we
bro.
talked about this recently, like
We did. We
within the
talked about
last
it with
year.
talked about it with Sinners, because of Sinners, Rami, whatever, Remy is Irish. They're all Irish. And actually, if you think about it, and that, even go deeper, Damo, Irish music is actually bluegrass music.
Just with a little giddy up, with a
Little
little
giddy in it.
yeah.
But it's the same. It's the same shit. But I don't. But it goes back to their connection. How is Irish music made from a banjo when a banjo is a West African instrument? So they had to fuck with somebody.
Right.
But anyways, what is it? 3:30. Might let Damo go.
I'm about to get back on though, so just I'm gonna hop off here off the iPad, and then I'm gonna change locations, and I'm gonna talk to y'all while I'm in the car, and then once I pick Kyle up, I'll get off.
All right, that's cool.
All right,
Yeah, just use the same link.
I am.
All
What do
right.
I just do? Hit leave on here? Did I
Yeah.
just hit leave?
Yes,
Leave
sir.
it open to let.
Leave. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Get it.
What you trying to do? Where you trying to go with it?
I don't have too much. I literally have just like, let's see. Warren said he's gonna try to jump on in a week or two.
Well, I invited him to the dinner tomorrow too, so he might, or Saturday he might slide.
Who?
I invited him to the little birthday dinner on Saturday.
Let me see. It was on my wall. It's in this. I gotta show you the picture real quick. This is what they were saying. They were saying the fact that he took a couple baddies from LA, brought them to New York, turned them into Knicks fans. He said maybe he really is Al Gaid. That's a good. That's a.
That is great, man. Yeah, that's hilarious.
So my random question of the week: Nick Van Exel tweeted out, "There have been Achilles tears throughout the years, but my thoughts on them is that they happen more now due to quote unquote them damn lows the players wear nowadays. Cover them ankles up, fellas. How do you feel about that? Because you had ankle issues growing up, and
You
I did a
already
little
know.
bit too. I did a little bit too. I rolled my shit a lot. So what do you think about
You already know. I to this day, when I hoop or do anything like that, they gotta be at least mid. Maya was looking for some basketball shoes for me, and she was about to buy some low tops. I was like, I can't wear those. I was like, I'm gonna end up literally breaking my ankle again. I was like, and I'm sure as I get older, my ankle's only gonna get worse. As far as how it just
flexible, so
feels,
more breakable?
because there's still there to this day. There's just certain ways I can put my right ankle that I can't do with my left ankle because
Mm,
it won't do it. Like
build
it's
up
just
of scar tissue and just the tight.
so. But yeah, no, I agree with who said that because it's the truth. Like you just, it's not so limiting to where it's like, oh, it's gonna hurt my game. It's not like that to where unless you get a high top maybe, but like mid top, I think that's the way to go. It has ankle protection. It's like stops right above your ankle, and it's just a little more support. Like, and especially the stress they're putting on their bodies. 82 games, playoffs, the best athletes in the world, top notch shape. Yeah, so I can see their bodies having stress and sometimes some just pops.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like low cuts gave me turf toe in high school. I feel like I should have stuck with my mids and I looking back on it, I'm like, I was trying to protect my ankles too much when I had the highs. I feel like I didn't need necessarily protection over top of my ankle, but the mids at least give you protection underneath the ankle.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that little bit comes up. And you notice it's not just it comes up high enough to cover your Achilles. The
Right.
not the whole thing, but a good majority of it too. Our second thought is for some reason, if like I see someone guarding me with low cuts, I'm like, I don't think you can go as hard as me. I think when I can really like dig my foot into the ground and really like torque it, like I'm really making a move, I don't think you can do that now. I think you got to choose whether you're about to really go hard or
Yep.
it's like Crocs and not when they're not in sport mode. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
go hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you can. You don't have the support. So we too like we big bros like you was saying. We might be unks soon. But I'm
Yeah.
just keeping it a buck. Like it goes back to some of our old school philosophies in basketball and shit. Like some of the things that we're talking about is better for you, bro. I know it don't seem like. I know the style and letting you be you is cool, but we also trying to protect you to some degree.
Exactly.
We already went through this shit.
Yeah. I ain't. I ain't messing with no low cuts.
I had one of my worst injuries in one of Kobe's in the purple and white Kobe's when they came out. It was like 2012, 2011, 2012. My shit was so bad. Uh, I was on crutches for 2 weeks.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. He's back.
We was talking about low cuts versus other shoes.
All right, I'm gonna read this off to you, Damo. Whenever you good, you connected. Yep, I can hear you.
Leaving the way.
Can you hear us, or is it
Yeah, I
lagging?
can hear y'all. No, I can hear y'all.
All
It was probably doing that because I was coming out the Wi-Fi.
Oh, you good. All right, so Nick Van Exel tweeted out, there have been Achilles tears throughout the years, but my thoughts on them is that they happen more now, quote unquote, because of them damn lows the players wear nowadays. Cover up them ankles, fellas. And I know me and Rashad both had sensitive ankles, and I feel like you did too growing up. We've rolled our ankles a few times together and shit. How do you feel about
Can't stand when people rock lows, bro. You know, because you got to think. After, I don't know who made lows cool.
Kobe?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I felt like I was going to say it was Kobe. And then he tore his Achilles. And then
Thank you.
he went back to highs. Like, when he came back, he had that overly, that big long.
The big one, the big nigga.
Long neck Kobe. I think I can't remember what number it was, but called the long neck Kobe, bro.
Giant Python.
I could never, and just because of my weight and how big I am, I've never hooped that lows, bro. Cause like when I come down, bro, that frame ain't gonna land on my ankle too well in lows. I'm a raw ankle every time. Like for a big guy, I'm semi-athletic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just can never understood the lows, but I don't know. I don't know where
Right.
it comes from.
Told you.
Think
We
about
up.
the exertion.
We up.
The exertion too, bro, of the players. You know what I'm saying? The exertion that they give out, you know, I feel like the players these days are much more athletic than the past. So like they exert themselves a lot, bro. Especially like in a playoff game, it was a must win. He had already Tatum had what 40-some points when that happened. Good. I don't know. That might be a good. That would be like good market research. I would say like, do most Achilles tears happen on shoes that are worn that are low cut shoes?
Yep, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. All right, let me show y'all this picture. We'll see if it's fake or not. This was in the clouds in Greece.
I can't really see.
What is it? Explain it.
Doesn't it look like?
Can you
Does it look
explain
like a body, like a light of body, like a body of light or some shit?
Text it real quick.
All right, I'll send it.
Cause I kind of see the outline, but I can't see the details.
All right, I just sent it. Well, it's still sending. My bad.
Good. Let's see. It's great. It definitely looks like a body.
Greece, Marcus?
Yeah, but in the clouds in Greece.
I mean, it definitely looks like a body, humanoid figure. You think it's one of the Greek gods?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I guess it got to be right. Cause it ain't ours. Nigga ain't come over here. That's Zeus. But somebody asked Brock, the AI if it's truly alive. And AI was like, well, I'm skeptical of. The AI basically said, I'm skeptical of places like Wikipedia who are so quick to say that it's not true. So that was my thought was, fuck what we think about it. The AI looked at it and said, nigga, I'm skeptical of it too.
Interesting.
That's why I'm like, so are we in a world now where nobody knows if anything's real?
Exactly.
We asked the AI don't know.
If AI start questioning, bro, I mean,
What the fuck we about to do?
So we only gotta go by the word of the person that uploads it. So anything can
we
be
live in
true.
a fucked up world, though. We live in a fucked up. So media literacy, that needs to be a class. That's a core content class in the future.
Since we are going to other countries, I got a few. I got 3 other countries.
And one of them, Burkina Faso.
No.
Oh.
Let's say because I knew you was gonna think that. I was gonna say this was more to do with technology in these countries. So
See what Damo think.
the first one, Germany is making self-healing roads. I'm gonna read what that means. These roads utilize a special concrete mix. When rainwater seeps into micro cracks, dissolves capsules containing limestone, forming bacteria or reactive compounds. This process then seals the cracks from within, restoring the road's strength without human intervention. This innovative technology significantly reduces road maintenance costs and extends the lifespan of highways. So they will fix themselves, basically, the roads.
So they literally created a concrete mixture in Germany. Which should we be surprised when Germans are the first to do anything that
Nope.
innovative? No, but they created a concrete mixture that repairs itself, so you don't even have to fix roads anymore.
Yep.
He did over here because these motherfuckers ain't doing shit with
Yep.
our taxes and our infrastructure. The fuck?
Detroit. That's gonna be the first place. That's gonna be the first place up for for test trials.
We need to be a close second because, boy, I tell you,
Mitch McConnell got us $1 billion for roads and we still back behind like this.
It would be poetic if Damo hit a pothole right now.
I'm on the expressway, so it ain't gonna happen. I'm on a new part of
Hey,
the expressway.
Damo, wait till you go to Jamaica and see how many potholes them niggas got. Hey, our driver, he said I got a PhD. I'm a pothole dodger. That's what I stole that. I stole that shit from him so quick. I said, hey, that's hard. That's hard. All right, what else?
Right. I got another one. Switzerland. In a pioneering move toward renewable energy, Swiss startup Sunways has installed solar panels between train tracks near Butts or Buttes in western Switzerland. This innovative system, designed to be both installed and removed quickly, marks a world first in combining solar power generation with active railway infrastructure. So, little solar panels you can put on train tracks, and then you can also remove them very quickly. So, I guess you can get as much as you need, take them off, whatever.
I need to see the process of which it's added and removed before I say something. Because if it was automated, that'd be crazy.
I mean, that'll be the next step.
Right.
Have a robot go out and do it. I'm sure that.
Here for the last time, I'm about to pick up Ty. How do y'all feel like about the world and the technology of the world and the way it's going? Do you think it'll end up being like a detriment to society, or you think it'll be an aid to society? Like, where do y'all stand on,
It, you talking our language now. It will be an aid for a while until it's not, because I think humans, we go too far. We're gonna keep pushing the envelope until it's too late. Like, and I said this to Marcus before. I was like, if you were smart enough to do some of this shit, you probably would be doing it. You know what I mean? Because we can't help them. So I think we're gonna push it too far one day. There's gonna be some machine that we made it too smart, and after that, there's no going back.
See, like, I like the phrase "sky's the limit," but when it comes to stuff like this, like, it gotta be a limit, cuz slow it down and stop it herself, bro. Like, cause I don't understand, dog. Like I ain't been in one yet, but like the self, like what I have been like when we go to work, Marcus, and before we couldn't take the cars out of transport mode, the cars would drive themselves. Like that's nuts. Like, but
Oh yeah.
at least I'm behind the wheel. But like when I'm seeing like in other cities and big cities and stuff, and they got Ubers and stuff, and self-driving cars, like I don't know if I would just get in the car and there's nobody in it but me in the back seat, and I'm trusting it to take me from point A to point B. I don't know about that, bro. So
I'm not trusting it. I'm never trusting it, Damo. I'm Will Smith and I Robot. I'm never trusting.
You know, they already put a self-driving semi on the road.
Seen that, bro.
Crazy.
I seen that. And the messed up thing is like the companies are too cheap to do it now because they cost like 200,000. You know what I'm saying?
Once it's cheap enough.
cost is cheap enough, or it
We're
makes
done.
sense for the companies to do it, like
We're done.
I don't know, bro.
Before you get off here too, Damo, who wins in a fight? 100 RCS workers who didn't get paid for last week of work versus one silverback gorilla. Who wins?
The gorilla, bro. First of all, bro, let me just start here. Whoever started this conversation, I
He's a
could tell
fucking
y'all
idiot.
never been to. I could tell y'all never been to the
Been
zoo.
to a zoo? I know. I'm gonna post a picture with a gorilla so y'all can see.
Have you ever seen a fucking silverback gorilla, bro? They can literally swing limb to limb. You know what I'm saying? On their arms, and they're already huge creatures, bro. What do you think they're gonna do to a human, especially a scrawny human? Like I don't even know what human could even contend, bro. Like I've seen something where they like top 5 humans that would have the best chance to start off. It was like Kimbo Slice, and there was some other people, but it's like that
Mike
ain't happening.
Tyson,
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
The
You
Big
know,
Show.
you would need 1,000 Mike Tysons, man. And he
I
sure
got
wouldn't
one
even
more.
understand it.
I got one more real quick. Which is gonna be harder to survive? An alien invasion or a zombie apocalypse?
Zombie apocalypse.
Harder?
Yeah, harder.
Them niggas already dead.
Zombie apocalypse are they harder, bro. Like and they scarier. Aliens, they come in, they don't really, they might not know the English language or something, but the zombies, bro, they been here before, and they just scary, bro. Like I don't fuck with mummies and zombies and shit, bro. Like,
You know, fuck with the dead.
I was cool. I was cool with AT. I was cool with ET. It was just weird. You know what I'm saying? But when you see when I see fucking Thriller and Michael Jackson, bro, think about mummies. Shit. I think we would have a better chance with the aliens.
I feel you. I like that answer. All right, yo, good day, bro. Appreciate
All
you.
right. What you think? Same question.
Definitely. After watching The Last of Us, the motherfucking clickers, nigga, I can't fuck with.
Boy, they different.
I can't. After watching Game of Thrones, you watch White Walkers, and then you watch Last of Us, and then you watch the clickers. I can't fuck with the dead. And then on top of that, like you dealing with spiritual powered things. An alien, that nigga ain't been dead yet. He's just smarter than me. This nigga, he might be linked to some sinister shit. He might be trying to exercise some real dirty shit. Feel me? Like, so
I still ain't even put too much thought in. I just keep thinking about both, like on a surface level, like
I just feel like an alien could kill me easier. That's the only thing I feel like.
exactly. They'll come up with some shit that you don't even got a chance to think about it. And you just
Just
like,
look
well,
at you. Just look
that
at
was
you.
it.
The style, just Medusa. Yeah.
that
Petrified.
was it. Exactly. The word petrified came.
Petrified, nigga. Yeah.
All right. I
What
got one
you got?
more country.
All right.
So we had Germany, self-filling roads, Switzerland, solar panel on the train tracks.
Yep.
China. You should have guessed they would be on here. China's aging hospital, developed by Tsinghua University, is the world's first AI-powered hospital featuring virtual patients and AI doctors and nurses. This virtual environment allows AI to simulate a full hospital environment and train AI doctors focusing on medical training, efficiency, and accessibility. This is what it's really for. This is layman's terms. The AI doctors and nurses are trained and tested on virtual patients, providing a safe environment for learning and practicing medical procedures. The AI hospital can process a large number of cases quickly, potentially improving healthcare efficiency and accessibility, particularly in underserved areas. So basically, I don't think real patients will be there. I think it's to show doctors how to do certain shit.
I like it.
Right.
It can serve as a place for real doctors to study. It can
Right.
serve more people because it's virtual. It almost operates as a beta version of the operating system and the ability for it to learn through things in a way that isn't so pertinent to a situation of someone literally walking in the door and needing something immediately. So when AI is actually unleashed within a co-ed environment of real human doctors and the virtual AI, it seems like it would it would be better. It would already be further down the line in its evolution to be able to do that. Because it would be like this, like, you know how we do AI post editing on our shit and it gets the words wrong. Imagine if they already had a virtual system or a system where it was doing virtual podcasts and that was actually improving its AI script writing ability. Think about if you had something like that where it was like, well, you made the actual product better. Like your leg in the actual product. You know what I'm saying? The AI's leg. So I would look at it and be like, it sounds actually very, very productive to the long-term goal of that actually being the case.
Exactly. So I think that's actually really dope.
Me too.
And all three of those are really dope. So I wish Damo had more time because he said, we need that here. That was my final question. Why isn't America doing any of this? Why aren't we innovative anymore?
You know the answer, but
Exactly.
but at the end of the day, why do you? I can't even ask you that because you know 1,
Exact
2, 3.
capitalism.
That's where it's at.
And it's crazy, bro, because it's just like
Our healthcare system makes so much fucking money, man. You just watched that documentary?
American Pain.
Yep. Whew. They got so much money. You find them $250 million. That don't mean shit. That's crazy. $500 million. That don't mean shit. I'm making billions, nigga. Like you can link almost healthcare to the war in Afghanistan and the poppy seed field. You know, fuckery we got into over there.
So I was just like, I mean, this stuff is groundbreaking that would help everyone out. But obviously,
Especially what places like where your sister's working at now. Is she at the
yep,
West End?
in the West, yep.
That's what I'm talking about. Like shit like that where I'm like, it's gonna help our communities more. Like y'all's community is always gonna stay the same. Like Norton Brownsboro is gonna stay the same. What about Norton's uh, uh Russell, nigga? I don't know what it's called, but I feel like gotta be Russell.
West Pavilion or something like that.
West.
I don't know.
Interesting. Sounds about right.
I don't know. I feel like this is what I saw, but I could be making
Oh,
that
it
up.
could be totally right. Let's see.
But yeah, I got one more piece of technology. I don't know where this company's at. It's called the Volanaut air bike. This thing is right out of Star Wars, bro. Like the bike that the stormtroopers be flying on. Like it's that bike, bro. They made it. It's a thing. I went on their website and there's a way to contact them, send them an email. So I said, how much for the bike? I just kept it simple. And I just want to see if they'll respond to me because they don't have a price on it. Who knows how much that thing costs? How much would you guess? I don't have an answer, but how much would you guess?
25.
1,000? In my head, I might have overdid it, but I'm thinking like 500,000. I might have really overdid it just because like
I probably shorted it and you probably overdid it.
it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, you're right. I might have undervalued just because I said it's a bike, so I'm thinking what's the most a reasonable person would pay for a bike, and that's as much as a car. So I just put that. But at the end of the day, motherfucker flies, nigga. I don't know. So I'm like, you could, I don't. 100,
Exactly.
100.
Exactly.
It might seem right to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Whatever it is, I can't afford it.
in the free
Shit.
market economics, I don't know.
Exactly.
Shit.
Because you gonna have the price, they gonna want their
Yep.
profit, and then they're gonna pump it up a little more because where else you gonna get this?
Yep. So what's the demand looking like?
So, but of course, eventually all this technology we're talking about will drop in price, but that we're years from that. But once it becomes more accessible to people and enough
That's
people
like
have
it's like a iPod Nano to our current smartphones. It's kind of like
right,
for it to you to think that you can operate nanotechnology in that greater capacity, it's gonna take about 20 years.
right.
So
So
yeah, that's hard though because I'm looking at electric bikes right now for me and my girls, and they have one out at the Summit, the Paddock Shop or whatever. They have an electric bike shop. You gotta go check it out. That's the future for sure. So I can see how we can start getting into that. I still like old school bikes. Electric bikes ain't nothing to fuck with. Now that they're not catching on fire,
batteries.
let's give it a buck. Let's keep it. That's what scares me about the semis, self-driving semi. I'm like, and niggas on wreck,
bro.
and it's not even going wreck necessarily because of itself. It might wreck because of other people, but it goes back to the point of
Need some human operation.
yeah.
That's how it learns. That's
How there's algorithmic prejudices and it's affecting girls in IL.
yep. No. We didn't talk about specifically affecting girls in IL.
Okay, so let's get into this real quick because it's something quick. I always talk to my wife who's white, but about our TikTok algorithms and how they're totally different. I talk to her about Black Twitter, the shit that I see, the shit that the conversation of the culture kind of deal. And I'm like, do you ever see this? And she'll be like, 5% of the time, maybe it'll come across hers. But on her algorithm, I'm not getting any of those how to parent your kids shit, all this, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad because I got 2 kids. I don't give a fuck about your little one kid. You can't tell me how to raise 2 kids. And then with me with 2 kids, I can't tell somebody with 4 kids how to raise their kids. You feel me? Like all that shit is like not is barely even comparative or comparable, whatever. So so going back at it, I've always told her that I feel like the algorithm within TikTok, Instagram it has always been biased to the trad to what we know today as the trad mom, the trad woman, the blue eyed, blonde haired white woman or aesthetically pleasing white woman who is doing generally, I don't know, whatever, kind of doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she's doing it in this wholesome American kind of way that can only be reenacted with another white girl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, y'all the number one and on TikTok. And just to give you an example, this has always been a case. We just call it trad wife now. So when we look at Serena Williams, easily the greatest tennis player ever, one of the greatest American athletes ever. But why did Maria Sharapova out earn her when it came to endorsements when Serena Williams beat her 20-2 in her career? Does it have something to do with her being that literal archetype of Cameron Diaz? Do we want to get into Livy Dunn? How Jordan Chiles, she has multiple gold medals, but Livy Dunn makes more money in endorsements than she does, and she's the 8th or 10th best gymnast on LSU's team, and she's the number one earner on TikTok. That's what I said, because when she goes and takes some pictures on the beach, you know, and she does all this shit, that gets everybody going. But for some reason, that doesn't fit into the archetype of what was pleasing the algorithm. Well, I'll just put it that way. So then we think it has no effect. I was telling Ash, it's gonna have to have some effect. So then you go forward and you look at women's NIL. There's a huge I don't gonna say a huge discrepancy, but there is a large gap. There's a discrepancy when it comes to the performance of Black female athletes and their NIL deals and what they're garnering compared to white female athletes who are not at their level. So don't use someone like a Paige Buckers. Don't use somebody like that because she's outside the scope. I'm using, people who are kind of average in the college landscape, but whose TikTok, Instagram, and social media presence pleases the algorithm so much that it becomes bigger than. So, and how other people who don't fit within that box that the algorithm likes does not get those same opportunities afforded to them, even though within that merit-based system they both participate in, they may be more attractive when it comes to advertising and marketing that. So that's how you see an algorithm start affecting our real lives. So, I got and it's crazy because you can look at me. I don't know. I got 2 girls. They're probably gonna be pretty as shit. You know what I'm saying? One's gonna have green eyes. One's probably gonna fit into the algorithm. One might have brown eyes, and now I got 2 girls who look the exact same, but because one has green eyes, one has brown eyes, one identifies more with the white beauty, and one identifies more with the Black beauty. You know what I'm saying? So like these are problems that not even problems. These are things we have to think about and perspectives we have to ingratiate within ourselves, and then find ways to teach others about these things and how to counteract these things. But this is something I be trying to tell people. This is how it starts. It just starts as I like this girl more. I like this girl more. Then it turns into, well, shit. She's married to she's engaged to one of the top baseball players in the league or in the league who just got paid all this money. How come I don't see that as much with other women? I'm not even gonna say black women. I'm gonna say with other women who aren't that archetype. Women within the archetype seem to have, like, would Paul Skeens have even seen her? We've seen the same thing happen with Kate Upton. We saw the same thing with Kate Upton when she with her and the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I see these things where it's like the algorithm likes you so much that they can't ignore you type shit, but then the algorithm don't even pick up old girl because she don't fit within the archetype of what beauty is within the algorithm. And the only reason I'm tying this back to us, Rashad, is because look at you. Look at your skin color. You might be darker than me on camera today. But what did the algorithm do to you as a baby? Why? It made you white with blue eyes, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what does that even mean? So
It
what does
made
that
me a
even
white
mean?
man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, I'm just keeping it a buck about the warnings and the signs around the prejudices even within the person who creates the algorithm. Then it comes out the algorithm. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? We got to think about that, man. So when you don't have enough black programmers, when you don't have enough people in the room and you say it doesn't matter, it actually matters in this context more than it has ever mattered because it has such a widespread perspective on the mainframe and manipulation of media.
So we're gonna spin that into the next topic. I was gonna talk about something else, but this is the perfect time. So representation, what things look like, and what's aesthetically pleasing, and all that in our
Right.
media and online and our movies. Let's go to these are the two. There's so many examples, but these are the two I'm specifically thinking about today because it's been so much. I've seen it so much in my timeline. Bella Ramsey, who plays in The Last of Us, the young white girl on The Last of Us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She, identif- she identifies as they slash them. So if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
I
saying I'm
figured
just
by her role with what she played. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just speaking. So I'm sorry if this gets out and you know. But and then Dominique Thorne, she is going to be playing Ironheart in Disney's new series.
She's
It's
playing
the
what?
Ironheart. That's the black girl. You can see her. Let's see, right there in the top corner. Yep. So that's Dominique Thorne that's playing her in the series. Directed by our favorite Ryan Coogler. Let me try to fix this real quick.
They wouldn't give him vampire movie Blade, but they gave him that.
Yep. So look, I've been seeing a lot. Bella Ramsey, they are completely trying to trash her online
Why? What she do? Because she's gay.
because how she identifies, because she doesn't fit into the beauty standards that you're talking about.
Yeah, she looks more like your girl from Silence of the Lambs, Jodie Foster. She's not really
Exactly. Like just so
just a white girl with a little trashy kind of look.
they are, in lack of a better word, shitting on her. And I mean like every day I get on, I see a new post and they making fun of her. They say she looks like Buzz Lightyear. And I'm not trying to like actually be funny. I'm
That's not
just like,
right.
this is
That's not funny.
stuff that they're saying. Like they're saying all this different stuff, and I'm just like, before I go to that point, Dominic Thorne, they're like DEI Iron Man. Nobody asked for this. Why is this happening? This is gonna flop. They're about to do it. I predict. This show ain't even out yet. I predict they're gonna do it like they did the Star Wars Acolyte show that starred
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a black girl as well. And it goes back to what you're talking about. It's not so let's just be real. Most of the motherfuckers that are talking in these little nerd groups and groups that would focus on something like this about who's
Like some white men.
so exactly.
Our niggas don't even like y'all think like immigrants is like Irish and Italians and Polish. Y'all still tell jokes like that to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Jewish jokes and shit like that. Like y'all's purity is unmatched. Like, but the weird part of me is like, why you shitting on women for? Because like that's what I'm collectively getting at. Like, yeah, the black shit too. Like, you always gonna shit on a nigga. Like, yeah, we get that. But why you shitting on white women? Like, that's what makes me think like And not even that, you're not shitting on white women, you shitting on white women outside the archetype in which you desire.
Exactly. What you desire, the beauty standard of what's normal.
Don't you think she's acting very well in Last of Us?
Absolutely.
I think she's acting her fucking ass off. I think
Yeah.
I'm, and she may not even be acting. This may be who she is. I don't know. She like fuck Pedro or whatever his name is, Pascal or whatever his name is. Like he's good too. She makes the show. She makes the show. Besides, the only person as big as her that I'm thinking right now is Elle from Stranger Things. Like when it comes to coach, like I don't. So what? It like that's weird. Like that's weird. That's weird to me. Isn't she playing a little girl? A girl that's weird to me. So you see, that's when we start getting into you niggas attracted to little girls and shit. You like seeing shit with little young girls on that look, and you like that shit. Like you're not watching it. It's like me and you be watching it. We be like, that's a good show. You niggas be watching it like, yeah, she's 16 years old, but she's attractive. Like fuck. Like you niggas weird. Like y'all niggas can't even watch modern. That's weird.
It's
That's weird to me. That's weird to
so
me, Rashad.
many layers to it, bro. I can send you a new meme every day of grown men going in on one of them too. Mostly Bella Ramsey, but the only reason they ain't so hard on Dominique yet is because it's not out yet. But once it comes out, that shit's gonna heat up even more than it already is. So they're already going into it like it's a flop, it's a flop. We're gonna do this just like we did the start. It's unbelievable. Like, so you can not like something, and that's fine. That's your opinion about the actual show. Let's be real. It's not about that. If we traded out a girl, they always put this one actress up there like she looks more like the video game character. If we put her in, then all of a sudden it's a good show, but she does the exact same acting. So like it's not about that then. It's about how she looks. And like you said, she's portraying a little girl. Is that not getting weird?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I no, but now you're right. You're right. It's bigger than that. We over sexualize every piece of media. Video games. Women just can't even be regular in video games. They gotta have fat ass and big titties. They gotta be fine. Ain't no just regular woman. Ain't no just regular. And if she is, she's overdone to where she's a fat slob that's like a bad character or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have equality in our women in our video games. That's the place where they still over sexualize. So there's so much media, but that's where like y'all don't have that switch in y'all's. Not even that. Yes, I'm wrong. I over sexualize shit. But I have a switch in my head that says, hey, Marcus, you watching a little girl's story. You're not looking at her for any kind of looks or anything. Nor would I even, and then tenfold, I would never comment on her looks. Why does the looks matter? She's a little girl. And then you niggas care about that? That's predatory behavior. I'm sorry. That's predatory mindset. That's not even behavior. That's a predatory mind. That's weird to me. That's weird.
And it's just, I mean, they don't stop. Like, they don't have be thousands of comments of just the same shit over and over, and a bunch of laughing emojis and a bunch of. And I'm just like, y'all are fucking losers. And like,
And you know part of it's because she's gay. Like if she didn't even
yeah,
identify as gay, they wouldn't even be talking about her like that. But if she's gay now, like what did you like her, you weird nigga?
right. When it comes to all this shit, because I'm into wrestling, I'm into comics, I'm into
Yes.
superheroes, all this shit as y'all obviously see, but that's not to me what makes you lose our lane. Like
Right.
people that fuck me regardless. Like what the fuck does that matter? Like cool, you know what I'm saying? What makes you a fucking loser is what y'all do about it, how y'all think about all of it, how like everything. Like at this point, I'm like, all right, just make everybody the same. The superheroes make everybody a white man
Yep.
that's supposed to be a white
Chris
man.
Hemsworth, Chris Pratt,
Exactly.
every Ryan, every
The
Ryan,
girls, make them all attractive white girls that fit into
Margot,
y'all, so y'all can shut the fuck up. Y'all are fucking annoying, and like, I mean, genuinely, like annoying, like and weird. It's reached a
annoying,
level where
weird.
I'm like, bro,
It's
what the fuck?
pre-predatory behavior. I don't like. I yeah. That's Don't come over here with that. I'm gonna tell y'all, we are very accepting people. You can come in here comment on all that shit. Don't come over here with that. We're gonna shut that shit down because we stand 10 toes down on that shit.
The shit's just like, just if you don't like it, don't watch it. Cool,
Things can
whatever.
be true. Two things can be true. That's what I don't understand. That's two things can be true, dog.
Sit online and just talk about like
Weird.
some girl who's actually doing better in life than you, who's
With
living
and a
out her
quarter,
dreams,
yeah, she's had a third of your life and she's doing better than you.
living out her own dreams, and you like are just behind a
You're
computer
caught up
with
in
a
her
bunch of
work. You're caught up in her work.
lame shit.
That is, hey, dog.
And it
I need
goes across all the nerd shit. It's like,
niggas act like they didn't even come out of a woman. I swear they don't. They act like a woman didn't even raise them. They act like half their family wasn't women. They act like half the people in their school wasn't women. I mean, y'all just need the better people in y'all's lives. I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. Y'all just need better people in y'all's lives. Because I'm not gonna blame you. I used to do that a lot. I'm gonna blame people personally, but I understand. Not all of us have the people in our lives that can build us up and get us to the points in which me and you at should like at or be fortunate or just whatever. So, some people just fucking miserable.
I mean, what else is it? Like,
It's it.
if I don't like something, bro, I don't pay attention to it. That's
Don't
cool.
tweet
Do
about
y'all.
it.
Do
Don't talk
y'all.
about it. Don't text about it. Don't think about it.
If I
Why
gotta
y'all let
complain
people
about
control y'all's minds? That's crazy. Think while it's free, bro. Think while it's free. We need that on the shirt. We need that on the shirt. That's our first shirt, bro. That's our first shirt. I need to holler at my dude this week. Shout out Mac. I need to holler at my dude. See,
get it done. But bro,
I'm with you on that, bro. I don't know.
it's unbelievable. Like, I just be like,
I
are
think
you serious right now? Like, y'all do this every day?
that's a Millie Bobby
Every
Brown.
fucking day?
Y'all like Millie Bobby Brown. They like her. That's weird to me. I don't give a fuck if she was. You feel me? That's that. That's that. You feel me? I don't want to say it, bro. I really don't want to say it. That's that Drake shit, bro. That's that. That's that. Have her in my bed doing interviews. That's that. I was talking to Bella Hadid or whatever at 16, 17. That's that. That's that. Who likes that? Who likes? I'm 30. Why would I even think to even want to even look at a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old like that? Just because it's legal? Come on, Rashad. We gotta update these laws, man. That's back when niggas was having 10 kids. They needed a whole farm of kids and shit like that. We ain't doing that no more. 18.
I'm just going down my timeline to see if possible. Yep. Here it is. It's me scrolling down my timeline.
Let me see. Let me see.
So the top one is, I guess, a video game. The bottom one is them. They've added it to those characters that's on there now. And then if you can't tell, that girl is Bella Ramsey, or the man is Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, I can tell. It looks just like her.
This type of stuff, and then all the people laughing. I bet y'all go in the comments is the
Okay,
story
okay,
of
okay,
Helen.
okay. So even if that theory was true, right? Even if that theory was true, right? Because I'm looking at that and I'm like, well, so what you're saying is they're trying to emasculate the women in our society, and this is just some big ploy in which they do so through Hollywood. Okay, maybe I agree with you. Did you see the Met Gala? Did you see all the women dressed in dresses with suit collars and all the women who was mixing their shit and the men who was mixing their shit back? So The Last of Us is more important than one little star. She's not even a star. Then the elite who control this industry, emasculating women and demasculating men in their whole week's worth of production. But you worried about this. Your critical thinking is shit. You need to worry if you're gonna think that way with those universal principles, at least attack them with a universal uh, uh you know, attention span. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the Met Gala is way worse than that, right? That's way more influential if that's where you're going. But Rashad, that's just, you know what that is. That's some old weirdo Anglo-Saxon man, weird, liking young girls, and just I don't know. It's the stereotypical issues that we have with systems of
And
power today. You can talk. I can be the damn Catholic Church. that can be, you feel me? Like it goes back to a head of a mindset that's perpetuated even and trickles down to even you niggas.
It's getting annoying to where like,
Very annoying.
see,
Nigga can't even have a Disney movie, a Disney show, a Disney movie. A nigga, Ryan Coogler can barely make a move. Like, a nigga
see,
can barely even get his shit off. I can barely get my shit off, and you calling me, and you acting like that I'm fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm letting you create, like, what's that shit that's about to come out? What's that shit about to come out, Rashad? Fuck. They keep pushing it back, 2026, the new Marvel movie.
talking about the Avengers, Doomsday.
Is it Doomsday? I thought it was like some new movie. It got pushed back. Thought it was something weird. The under something Thunderbolts.
That actually dropped.
So that's what I'm saying. So you want a whole bunch? Okay, so that's why Thunderbolts. That's your stereotypical shit.
And they still be throwing
I know they're
shots.
gonna get mad about it, but I'm. You feel me? That's more to the meme. You feel me? Like
They still throwing shots at the Captain America, the newest one.
I still haven't seen it, but you know how it is. They always gonna shit on niggas. It's even when you start showing your ass outside of niggatry, where I'm like, I got you. You shit on white women the same way. I got you. Now you get mad when I say black and white, but then you start treating women that way. You start treating young women that way. Your women that way. Okay.
And I'm gonna just say it. It almost. I ain't saying this is the answer, but this is how I feel sometimes. It almost makes you want to be like, y'all make y'all shit, we'll make our shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's why black people look at segregation and say, well, once we integrated, we lost all of our shit. And now it's just a corporate world where we get shat on by a system. But at least before our shit, we had our own system. Yes, it was undervalued. Yes, it was under, this and that. But we had it. We took care of it, and it did what it did. We don't need every cent, but we do need our respect mixed with our money. You know what I'm saying? So I see why people start saying shit like that.
Exactly. Is like I said, I ain't saying, oh, that's the end all be all answer. It just feels that way. Sometimes it's just like, all right, go watch your same shit over and over. We're the fucking creators. We originate shit.
Yeah,
We come up with new shit. We push the shit.
yeah.
So you will be watching your same shit over and over. Meanwhile, over here it would be new shit.
But you know
New
what I
shit.
thought about, Rashad, is that with that fake, not with really the fake, but the pseudo history that white people seem to perpetuate as a group, you can't come up with anything new from something that isn't, for one, isn't really real. For two, isn't genuine. For three, is partially doctored. So how can you come up with something like? Then you wonder why World War II films keep coming out every 10 years. You keep wondering why, like, they can only stay in these certain little groups of shit and they can't get out of that, but yet and still all these other people whose experiences are changing and always this are the ones who are really telling the story.
Right. Yeah, it's only a certain few that you got to pick from.
Yeah.
That exists within your little whatever.
Yeah. So
Like it's actually frustrating. It's like I've seen it for years, but like I don't know if I'm maybe growing as a person. I don't know what you want to call it, but recently I just be like, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all on?
and on some
Like,
deeper
shut
shit.
the fuck up.
And on some deeper shit, their art's not as good because what they try to do is they try to point and tell you the answer. And I went to a liberal arts school. We both came up and I would call it a liberal arts mindset. Not really schools, but mindsets. So I would look at it and me and you more so and be like, everything that we watch, information we take in, we may not agree with. We may not this. We may not be that thing. We may not be gay. We may not be white. We may not be Asian. We may not be this and that. But what we do is we take those things, we take it in, we critically think about it, and then we set aside, these are the good apples, these are the bad apples. This is what real, this is what fake, this is what productive, this is what not productive. We separate these things, we take all the good shit with us, we leave all the bad shit aside, and then we keep going. With conservative media, they don't even allow that. They're so good, like me and you have talked about before, they're so good at being on the same page that you don't think if you're a part of their group. You go with what every news channel is spewing out. You go with what every website is typing. You go with whatever TikTok's accounts that you follow, that are in the manosphere are talking about. You know what I'm saying? So like that's when I say liberal arts mindset. I'm like it's like what Damo said. Like shit, they ain't do nothing for a nigga but teach me how to think. They ain't teach me nothing. They did teach me how to think.
How to get to the root.
Right. What you talking about? That's a hell of a topic. I'm glad we talked about that today. We could probably get about 4 clips out of that motherfucker.
No,
Last
for
one
real.
falling right now too. That's sucky though, man. That sucks.
So after that, I want to try to get off by 5 because that's when she'll
Yeah,
be
say
home
something.
with
Me too.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. I got 30 minutes in me up trouble too.
So there's 2 things I think we'll skip over for now.
What
Might
Burkina?
you what you say?
Burkina?
3 things that they could literally be the next. Like we got
We could
Burkina
talk a
Faso.
whole episode. We ain't even talk about colonialization and Africa.
Woo. For that shit, bro.
We
Yeah.
we gonna go heavy. That might be its own shit. We might just and see what else we can get in.
Yep. You got Burkina Faso. You got the Tory Lane situation. The new information.
Gosh, gosh.
You got the Diddy trial.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I want to wait a little bit on the Diddy trial because that new
that's
shit keep
wild.
popping up in that shit every week. I'm like, woo.
That shit's wild.
So yeah, 6 pack of white women last week.
Ah. So we can go to a lighter note. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3 small things, and then if we got time at the very end, we talk about Shadur just a little bit. We ain't gotta go too deep
That's
about
cool.
that.
That's cool.
All right. So we got some athletes coming back in different ways. You got
TB, TBT tournament. I'm mad we
not
didn't. I forgot about Monday Night Raw.
yeah.
We gotta go to a TBT game. We gotta go to a TBT.
Okay.
Me, you, and
Let me
Quinn too. We gotta tell Quinn. His
let me know.
mama used tickets. So I'll forgot to tell her fucking happy Mother's Day. All right, I'll try to text her and then
I did the other day before Mother's Day. I was just like, here's my number. Make sure. I was like,
you
because
respond.
I told you I was going. You talking about Quinn's mom?
Yeah.
She
Okay.
responded. She was like, I'll save you. We probably gonna get the stuff going to about June, but I'll hit you up.
All right. Yeah, I'll text her. So, but yeah, what were your former athletes returning?
You got Pac-Man. Manny Pacquiao is coming back to fight Mario Barrios
No,
at
he's
the
not.
age 46 in
He's
boxing.
fighting Barrios too. Barrios about beat that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's either one or 2 things. You let me know. It's either pride and he just, some people got that Brady in him. I gotta do it one more time, or he needs money. Which one you think?
Pride. I think he runs the Philippines. He's the man. If he wanted anything, he could get it. Believe me. Pride. Like I said, he has everything. Boxers just. I was just talking to somebody. My dad, man. He works with somebody. Shout out Los, man. He talking about coming back in boxing and getting his career and showing his daughters and stuff. And I'm kind of looking like, no, you got 2 daughters, bro. You can't come back. You can't. You can't come back. I'm sorry, bro. I can't play tackle football no more. I can maybe play a little 2-hand touch, little flag or something. I can't be serious no more, man. Not like that.
Can't do 37U no more.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was about to say. I would get fucked up out there.
No, for
Don't get
real.
me wrong. I would fuck some niggas up, but I would get fucked up out
You get fucked up. I would too. Man,
there. I would get
nah,
fucked up.
we too
So
old for that shit, bro.
yeah, nah.
At 31, we are too old already.
Already for 37U, that's crazy. Yeah, once you reach 30, you too old for
I'm
37U. You gotta be special. Man. I bet Devontae won't get out there. Devontae, get out there and do that 37U, nigga.
the other one.
Actually, now that Devontae's retired, nigga, we need to go ahead and get us a little 7-on-7 squad.
That would be
DeMarcus doing?
cool.
What's DeMarcus doing, nigga? No, DeMarcus
We
still out
gotta
standing on it.
we have to tell Mo. Mo
Oh,
can
that's who it would be.
Mo can
Mo would be our quarterback.
he
Mo.
gonna make a gather the
Because
troops.
he's
Like
coaching, so I know he still got it in
yeah.
him. I know he's still throwing to the kids and shit. He got a couple sons and shit.
Yes, he
That's
got I don't want to lie on you, Mo. I know you got about 3 kids.
That's what I was about to say. So I know Mo be pitching. He still be pitching. I know. See, that's the thing. When you get older, you don't use that shoulder as much. Mo be using that shoulder. I know you still got it, Mo.
No,
I
you
know you
still
still
got
got it.
some.
I know, and you had to switch up from Mbala Bruins come to a man to the real man. See, shout out, Mo. I knew. See, I knew there was something special about you. I knew there was something special. He's on me mad than him.
Crazy. Like what the other one?
Shredder,
Nope, not yet. NBC has
Michael
announced,
Jordan.
yes, that Michael Jordan coming back to be a special contributor.
Boy,
Are
y'all down
you
that bad boy.
are you excited to hear his NBA takes?
No, I wasn't excited when Tom Brady decided to jump into stuff because I'm always disappointed when I meet people who are great. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna try to go see Morris Chestnut though, and all them niggas get a bottle. But I'll be disappointed in niggas when I meet him, bro. I've met niggas who I'm not haven't been disappointed in meeting is Terrell Owens, Chris Brown. He's a star. He's a fucking star. I'm not gonna lie. I met that nigga. I was starstruck. Chris Brown's a shit.
He got arrested, by the way. I noticed
Who? Who?
Christopher Brown.
Because
I
of that
don't know.
shit that
Is that
happened
his real name?
overseas. Because of that shit that happened overseas. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now. You can go to Tennessee, get a traffic ticket, and they may not get you on a warrant or something like that. You might be all right. Do not go overseas and do anything, bro. Them niggas will come find you when it's time. Don't think that they forget. Don't think that they forget. Y'all think overseas. See, y'all think America's so bad that overseas is not as bad. Okay. Okay.
Listen, I think too, they probably love when they get a big American celebrity on some shit. They like, oh, we definitely ain't forgetting this shit,
But
nigga.
that's my point. It's like you think local people like doing that to you? Okay. Okay. That's all I gotta say. Don't fuck up your money. You got places to be and people to see. You'll cut you. Yeah. You see what they did to ASAP Rocky? Nigga. What do you think was harder for ASAP Rocky to get out of? This recent shit when he jumped into Rihanna's shit like a poo? Or when he was over in Sweden? Okay. What do you think was harder? Some little shit here or LaMelo Ball and LiAngelo Ball over in China? Okay.
You remember
National law's a bitch, boy.
Future's DJ Esco, that 56 Nights
You see,
mixtape?
nice. See, y'all starting to hate. I don't fuck with it no overseas. You know what I shouldn't have been doing? I got some good weed over in Amsterdam. I was so high, I was scared. Smoked a blunt in the park. I guess you're not supposed to smoke in the park. I was just like low key. I was kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, what if something happened to me, nigga? I don't know. They
I
say
would
you're
have been.
supposed to smoke in your little shops and shit like that, but I'm like, I'm not about to hold them. I've already been shopping in here. I will tell you now, go overseas, Amsterdam. If you smoke weed, it's the best weed of your fucking life. That only sell award-winning weed, cannabis cup level shit. So fuck the dispensaries here. I'm telling y'all right now, I might stop smoking weed here soon because dispensaries here are fucking it up, taking the terps out of it, THCA, THCB, just not giving you that regular shit. You can't go really wrong with a hybrid, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like going overseas and smoking our shit, it's not comparable. It's not. So you over here, I'm smoking designer weed. I'm smoking this and that. That's like that's like C plus weed in Amsterdam. Their shit, the regular flower hits like moon rock. No, hits harder than moon rock. You know what I'm saying? The regular flower. Like literally Snoop Dogg and every big weed head hits those places. I'm talking about your greatest smokers ever. Not just some regular. Just some. I think the
I'm
weed's getting so
vouching for you.
Americanized, getting so commercialized, it's getting fucked up. I don't think it's worth smoking weed. I'm gonna predict the next 10 years it ain't gonna be worth it. No. You have to grow it yourself. That's what it is. You have to grow it
Make
yourself.
sure you know what you got.
So I just had to say that.
All right. Two little quick things, and then we can finish on Shadur.
Sure,
All
there.
right. Did this this guy? We end up putting this out. I'll put the little picture up. This guy put up all of the owners in the NFL and what they're worth. Where do you think the Steelers fall?
The owners, not the franchise, right? Just the
The
owners.
owners, how much the owners are worth?
Fuck, I don't know. Art might got money, nigga. I'm scared. I'll put he has real foundational money and not just the also quick money. So I'll put him at like 12.
Final answer? Dead last.
What the Rooney's been doing? What have y'all been doing? What have y'all been doing?
Bro,
Now,
1.2 billion is dead last in the NFL.
LeBron James, Junior Bridgman, like
They
all them
catching
niggas
up.
is worth all them niggas is worth more as a person than they are as people. And they're paying people to become as rich as those people.
Yeah, dead last. Want to
That means
guess
they
who's
don't make no
first?
money. Do they not make no money outside of football anymore? They get
That's
like
what I don't know.
they
But
have
it's
to because
stale.
the profit sharing of the NFL, you should be getting paid like $300 million a year. No.
Stale.
Am I right? I gotta look up the numbers. I could totally be wrong. You should be getting paid hundreds of millions a year in profit sharing from the league. So I'm kind of confused on why you're just worth 1.2. It's all good though.
You talk about not doing nothing outside of football, stale, just like I fucking for real. Like, just now I ain't doing none of that.
So you
Man,
saying Art's ass got stale, and it's tricklenomics down to
cooling down.
big. That's crazy, Art. That's crazy, and it's crazy because you Irish, bro. We supposed to have a connection, blood. One blood. One
Well, we said at the same time, bro.
blood.
And the Denver Broncos are number one.
Who
He
the
worth
fuck owns the Denver?
$77.4 billion.
Oh, we're gonna have to knock this nigga off.
Just give me that point
In
four.
fact, I don't even know why I said it on camera. Niggas worth 77 billion, and he's gonna get me knocked off. I don't even know why.
Exactly. Just for doing this.
This was disrespecting that nigga. He actually respected me though, really, because he's talking 77.
Exactly.
Nigga won't
Going
knock
back and
me
forth.
off, nigga. That means I'm the shit, nigga. Still
He
knock
going
him
back
off
and
though.
forth
Knock
with
him
his
off though.
head. But do it anyway.
Still do it, dude.
Yeah. So we're dead last, bro. Could explain a lot.
I would love to see how that transfers over into the business economics of owning an NFL team. I know
It could.
your personal cash flow has nothing to do with your business cash flow, but at the end of the day, where does your value like your I wouldn't is it stock? I would just call it personal investments in the team because you own it. But if you own it, how much is the he owns it. So the value of the team has to be included into his
I would think.
unless he only owns
Part.
unless he only owns 51% or something. Like he
I don't
sold it
know.
over time or something like that, and he's just a majority shareholder or something.
Be
Like
worth
Mark
looking
Cuban,
into.
like Mark Cuban to the Adelsons.
Yeah, exactly. And then one final. My bad.
No, I was just saying, like, I gotta think on that one.
Exactly. What's going on?
We broke, nigga. Shit. 1.2 billion, nigga. We broke. Art, nigga.
One little last thing before Shadur.
The George, that's why you ain't have no money for George, nigga. Broke
He's
ass,
like, get him
nigga.
out of here. Broke ass.
You broke Art, nigga. You Bart, nigga.
So a few weeks ago, me, you, and B Fines, we did our top Rockstar video games.
Yes, sir. What about Rockstar?
And we all loved Max Payne.
Oh my gosh. Top
They're
shooter
coming
game.
back. They are remaking them. All
I'm
three.
playing it. I'm playing it. I'm playing it, yo.
Reimagined,
Remastering it.
released. Yep. I don't know when. I don't
Max
got
Payne
date.
changed my childhood. Man, Max Payne, of course, Call of Duty. That was back when it was still like World War II shit though. But shooter games that changed my life. Halo, Max Payne, Resident Evil, Hitman. Might be it.
Hitman, so cold.
It might that's when you remember when me and my I talked about me getting into it. Hey, we need to talk about that. My experience with my dad in video games. Cause that nigga was the perfect person for like Hitman. So he would be like, "What are you doing? Like, just why are you trying so hard? Why are you rushing?" I'm like, I'm jumping off GTA and jumping on Hitman, thinking I could just turn shit up. He's like, nigga, just wait a second, wait for him to pass. Give him a pass. Why are you trying to kill that nigga? Just poison his drink. Okay.
Needed to. Nah, I wanted to be
Why are you
intimate
trying to
with the
take on?
kid.
You in a Russian embassy. You can't do that. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. My daddy taught me like how to actually critically think of video.
Bro, that's such a good game, honestly. Like you
No,
gonna
it
make me get
really
back
is.
on it.
It
I
really
think I got Hitman 3. I think
me
I
too. I have it on my PS4. PS what do I have? PS4? Yeah. I have it on my PS4 Hitman 3, but the original Hitman, original Max Payne. Max Payne, of course, is more of a shooter, but it's still it's more of a psychological thriller. It's more of a psychological thriller. It's fucked up. The way it starts is so ingrained in my head. Niggas coming in, killing his wife and his daughter and his kids and shit. That fucks me up. In the crib, in the baby, in the crib, I still remember it, bro. That's why I'm like, I was a kid. Y'all don't understand how good this storyline and storytelling was, bro. That's why I'm like, I gotta go back and play it.
need to get back on LA Noir too. It's really good.
Ooh. Ooh, I
It's
never
it's
beat that game, Rashad. That
kind of
nigga
me
owned
neither.
that motherfucker.
Me neither.
On that motherfucker. It was hard. It was hard. It wasn't easy.
It was tough.
You gotta take it. Well, it takes time. It really takes time.
You got to be a detective, bro.
Right. And I wasn't in that mindset. Like I said, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, 2K, NBA Live. Like I'm getting my shit. Yeah, nigga, dirt bikes, nigga, Tony Hawk, I'm getting my shit. I'm not waiting on those shit. And so
I'm like,
Hitman,
where's the clue at? Shit.
right, right. Thank you. That's why I'm like LA Noir. I remember eventually one day I was like, fuck, man, keep playing this fucking shit, man. Fuck this shit, man. You feel me? Like that shit. And Hitman, man, felon. Like Jesus.
You already know when you're about to fail. Just start feeling, and then
Sorry,
it
yeah,
starts
you start getting,
coming.
you
You're
get,
like,
bro. Why you get,
man.
you just get anxiety from your character on the screen
Yep.
and shit. That nigga start getting anxious, nigga. You start getting anxious.
Yep.
I don't even know how to explain it. Oh man, I
Yeah.
cannot believe they're remaking that. I'm hyped as fuck.
Exactly.
I'm hyped as fuck.
15 minutes for Shadir.
Shadur, where are my Shadur notes?
So
Shadur, that sound like a Memphis nigga. Shadur.
I'm gonna just run through a few of my notes, and then I'll let you take it away. So I don't know. He fell in the draft. Um, I'll start with he got prank called by Jax Ulbrich on the Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. Ulbrich ended up getting fined 100,000. The Falcons got fined 250,000. The kid Jack says he got his number and others' number from his dad's iPad that was unlocked. In my head, I'm like, that's a data breach. In my normal as weak as job, we get training on data breaches and stuff. There's stuff that I ain't even ever gonna have enough information to really make a difference if they did breach my data, but I still gotta be trained on it. So this man's the defensive coordinator, and I don't care who it was. That's a data breach. And more could have happened than just a prank call. A lot of people are saying it wasn't collusion. It's just that he had a first off, he's him and his dad, who they are, how they are. They said he had a terrible interview. I don't know how true some of this stuff is, but first off, they say he didn't want to work out for teams. I know that's true. And he told the teams to watch the film, like watch the film on me in college. And then it also says, I believe he accepted a FaceTime call in the middle of a Giants interview.
Well, see, the Giants thing is interesting because Dion, when he was getting drafted, the Giants tried to bring him in for a psych evaluation. Psych evaluation was about this thick. Dion looked at the psych evaluation and said, "What pick do y'all have?" They said the 10th. He said, "I won't be around when y'all pick me anyways. I'm not doing that." And walked out. So you see why the Giants didn't pick him, right? His brother, his son came in and started doing the same exact shit that they probably hate that nigga for. This showboating ass nigga. That's what they think of him. That's not what I think of him. I just think he's at times overly confident, at other times justifiably confident in himself. And that's not right or wrong. That's just who it is. So for someone to look at a situation and say he's wrong for being that way, you're wrong. For someone to look at a situation and say he's right for being that way, that's your opinion.
Right.
So back to your, Draft shit. That's just quick.
That's all the notes I really had on them because the rest was just gonna be what I think. And then just a little note: a fifth round draft pick leads the NFL rookies in jersey sales. That's interesting to me.
Nice. You'll never see that again,
Never.
ever. So, excuse me. What do you think about the Giants choosing Dart over Shadur and letting Daniel Jones go? What do you think about Daniel Jones leaving and Jackson Dart coming in? Does that change anything for you? If you were a Giants, okay, I just want to make sure I'm not tripping, right? Because big arm probably can get shit done, but can he win? Both coming from programs where I question their ability to win even within a conference. Ole Miss, when's the last time they won something worth something in football? Shit, I think they were better in basketball this past year. And then you look at Duke football, and you want to draft a quarterback from there? What do you think about the Browns QB room? Did you have anyone going above him before the draft?
Shadur?
Yeah.
Only Cam?
Okay. And then two, what do you think about the Browns QB room in general?
Goofy?
Okay. I would put my one word is not the answer or answerless. There's no answer in that room. So, well, questionable. That's what I'll say. Because every one of them is questionable. If Shadur's questionable, what about Dylan Gabriel? Isn't he my height? Do I have to stand up for you niggas to show you my relevancy and height to everything else in the world? There was a reporter who mocked that nigga when he walked off. You're a dumpster fire organization, the Browns. I just want you to know that we're not far behind.
Just in real quick before you go on your notes, while I got this on my head. So if you draft Dylan Gabriel with your first pick,
Like Robert Griffin, the Commanders.
that's your quarterback, right?
It has to be.
So why the fuck would you go back and draft Shadur?
Because
So
they're
you're fucking
retarded.
lying. You're trying to fucking show him.
You have no nuts. If you're going to stand on Dylan Gabriel, then stand on him then. But you have no nuts, bro. You have no nuts. You didn't even stand on your shit.
So that's fucked up for Dylan because now he's in that situation when it's like, bro, y'all were trying to. This is why I keep going back to collusion. Y'all were trying to, as a league, show this young man, Shadur, that, you know what I'm saying, you're not what you think you are. We're going to humble you. And it's like, bro, that's who y'all wanted. Just fucking draft him and quit being, like you said, nutless and spineless. If that's your quarterback, then take him. But now you drafted Dylan. Who drafts two quarterbacks in the same draft? Who does that?
I mean, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. You decide to go out with old girl, but you still saved, and you exclusive, but you still saved old girl who you didn't want to stop messing with under another name in your phone, so you can still have it on the background. That's some shit like that. I'm gonna have you in the background. I'm not really gonna acknowledge you. I'm gonna treat you like a side chick. You ain't really gonna be my quarterback. But you know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. I'm not even gonna lie. It feels like that kind of like messiness. You feel me? Where it's like, but you fucking up the. What about the first person? You fucking up their confidence. You fucking up their security. You fucking up. They can't even think right if they ever figured out what. You know what I'm saying? So you're nutless. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. I mean, it's wrong. It's okay to make the wrong decision, but don't be a bitch because that's not a real man. And don't no real motherfucker who's a leader or a follower even want to follow a weak nigga like that. Even a follower don't want a weak nigga like that. You know, so it's just shit like that where I'm like, yeah, you know.
It's
Why would you fuck up Dylan Gabriel like that? Like, what did he do? What the fuck did he do to deserve that?
it's unbelievable. Like I was just like, wait, the Browns drafted him?
Johnny Flynn, Rookie Rubio, and who else? I mean, that's been, you feel me? I'm looking like Johnny Flynn gonna be out the league in a year. Good fuck.
I mean, you like there's other positions that you can take multiple, wide receivers, corners, whatever. You can take multiple quarterback.
You
No, you get
cannot.
your guy.
You cannot.
You get your guy, and that's your guy.
And okay. So what if that happens? Say crazy scenario, you ain't got no quarterbacks. I'm gonna draft two quarterbacks, right? I'm gonna get a big one, I'm gonna get a small one. From from a draft perspective, like I'm gonna get a big draft. I'm gonna use a large draft pick on this one. I'm gonna use a smaller draft pick on this. Does the pre-existing conditions of that shit when you come in, is that not the narrative? Okay, narrative. Does that not create the narrative? Does that not set the narrative? So even if Shadur threw for more yards, had more touchdowns, was higher in the Hasman thing, whatever. The fact that Dylan got drafted higher, the fact that we spent more money on him, the fact that we put more leverage into that relationship, you have to be under him. And that is what we're talking about in the collusion, the antitrust, the whatever that we see in this shit. Is that the narrative that it sets? Well, we drafted 8 quarterbacks before him, blah blah blah. Or so he can't. So this is what, even though he did this in college, this is the way we view him as in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Or because we go into training camp and because we don't have that value on our relationship, you're cut. I don't care if you're better. I don't care. We spend more money on my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So then you literally use the draft to create the narrative. That was actually the pivot that you needed to take that nigga down, to undervalue him. That is your form of undervaluing. Is to the same thing that the reason that you chose Baker Mayfield over Lamar Jackson, number 1 pick versus 2-time MVP. And y'all talk about Lamar can't do it in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield can't do shit. And he's not even a better leader. Nigga got arrested before he got drafted. Y'all still drafted him number 1. But yet and still, my nigga wears jewelry, makes music, and is a confident nigga, and it drops him down to the 5th round, not the 5th pick. Fucking blatantly, you don't gotta call it racist. As collectively doing something that is in the antitrust realm of business. We don't even gotta get into all the other shit. You did something illegal. And I know you can classify yourself as entertain. I don't know. You don't have to fall under the same parameters, but we know when everyone colludes to do something. We know it. And shame on you, Steelers. Shame on you for participating in that. Shame on you for passing them up 3 times. Shame on you for picking. People can say he won the national championship. I don't give a fuck what that nigga did. That nigga is not better than Shadur. I put that on my. What do you want to put on it? What do y'all want to put on it? I promise. Any nigga who got problems with me, I cash app you niggas $50. Every nigga who got a problem with that shit. That is so fucking crazy to me, dog. You niggas have no ability to think. You niggas have no. If you don't think Shadur would have won a championship with that roster around him at Ohio State, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. So it's just like I look at these things and I'm like, there's so many things that add up to where I'm pointing at. I'm not even about to push you there. If you're not there, you're a dumbass. I'll stand on it. I think people can become smart, but where you stand right now is the dumbass area. If you even believe that it wasn't in that realm of thought, fucking, I'm not even gonna lie. Fuck the NFL draft. The optics are weird. Words like draft, rights, traded, that's all weird to me. When it's a predominantly group of people that's not you Anglo-Saxon white men, even white people who are not y'all. Y'all love to just fucking hone in on the traumatic issues. It feels like black women. We just talked about it. The algorithm don't even like them in comparative to the trad wife shit. I don't even know if black women can be trad wives. I don't even know. We are traditional Americans. Y'all don't believe that? But I don't even know if we can be that in the algorithm. But anyways, you don't want to care about black women at all. We don't care about black women until you want to showboat them on the draft. Let's showboat black women. Let's showboat their relationships with their sons. Let's showboat how connected they are. You don't showboat no relationship with no black people and their parents in the media. None. But now you want to showboat these women out here and which, okay, 1 point for the patriarchy. You're actually, look at you, putting black women out there in the front. Look at you, blah, 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 blah. But then the combo and the tones are that of fucking chattel slavery. You don't think we know we getting duped, nigga? I don't know how to explain it, but the psychological effects that went into, chattel fucking mating and the black man leaving and the psychological effects that the black woman had to raise and the way she coddled her young man and then the welfare system and keeping the black man out the home and then all these men who don't have a man in their life and they got all this pent up anger and then they hone it in this sport in this fashion in which they make money and they're just so fucking grateful to be there. That's why him's coming out. That's why him's coming out. That's why Jordan Peele made a movie about it. Because y'all think his shit is just some, oh man, how grateful he should be. What the fuck do you think niggas is living out here? Like, that's why I'm like, that, oh, I don't know. Wasn't he ranked number 2? Let's go back to Shadur. Wasn't he ranked number 2 quarterback in all the pre-draft evaluations all year long? 160 fucking 4 days. How does he end up to the 5th round? He was the 5th pick. That's the greatest drop ever. Ever. That's it
that
going
you'll
from
ever
100
see.
degrees to negative 100 degrees to negative 60. That's it going from the equator to the North Pole. It's not natural, which goes back to the collusion part of the whole situation. That's not natural. It's never fucking happened. Fucking. What if he was on? What if there was rumors, the worst rumors? I've heard people say, "What if he had drug rumors and this and that?" Ryan Leaf still got drafted, nigga. The fuck, nigga. Josh Rosen was too smart for football. He fell to 10th. Lamar Jackson won a Heisman. He fell to 32. I don't gotta keep going with you niggas. You feel me? Like, that's the way. I don't know. They devalue niggas through the draft process because that's how you keep the narrative mindset. Oh, these white quarterbacks are better. Not even these white quarterbacks. I want to devalue certain niggas. I'm not going to devalue Jalen Hurts because I've been that nigga. I've been the one who, let's choose between Marcus and let's choose between the dude who's just as good as Marcus, but he's from Beach of Terrace. Oh, we kind of scared of him. But guess what? I want my kid, coach's son. I got white kids. He's not as hard as Marcus. He don't play as hard as Marcus. I want Marcus to be his friend. I want Marcus to come over here and hang out. You don't think when I get invited for those opportunities, I get invited to St. X and Trinity games, this and that those don't turn into marginal opportunities on the field? So I saw this when I was in Little League, nigga. You don't think Jalen Hurts gets better shit because he's the nigga they rather choose over Lamar Jackson? Because he fits into the assimilation aspect that you want niggas to be as a quarterback, as a leader? Because they said, I'll show you the perfect example, Rashad. Oh, Shadur got on chains. What's up with his chains? Jalen Hurts' chains was fucking tap dancing on Twitter for 6 months.
And just to add to that specific point,
I've been that nigga, dog.
exactly. And just to add to that specific point, so then people was like, it's not black or white. Like the first pick was Cam Ward. Yes, because Cam Ward came from the bottom. Cam Ward was a 0-star recruit. Cam Ward had to work for everything. Not saying Shadur didn't, but as far as outside of football, Cam Ward had to work for everything.
He didn't have the resources. We'll just put it
So,
he just didn't have the resources that.
so he's a different fucking man. He fits right into your narrative of, oh, he looks grateful. He's saying and doing all the right shit. This, like, bro.
When y'all don't give niggas the resources and they give it and they create it themselves and you don't like it. That's Black Wall Street. You feel me? You won't come terrorize that shit. That's what I'm saying. Your system of thoughts and your system of power is a shit. We can start that shit from a mile away.
So because you're there,
that's what's crazy. Y'all think y'all actually smart. I don't know what y'all think y'all are because I don't even think y'all smart. I just think y'all can get away with it. And y'all can. That's why I be praying. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I be praying. Because people think I'll just be, you can go read Psalms, nigga. I ain't Proverbs, nigga. You feel me? You feel me? Like, there's some shit in Psalms where niggas is talking cash shit on God. You feel me? Like, that's why I be like, I gotta pray on that shit. Because you niggas, y'all can get away with it. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to. But y'all gonna have to answer for that shit. I don't know if your kids gonna answer for it. I've seen, that's why I know these niggas is dumb, Rashad, because they ain't even seen as much as me and you have seen in this world. They ain't seen the way that the world comes back at it, nigga. Because they are so far removed from the true consequences of what really happens in this motherfucker. Me and you in the Old Testament. Me and you still in the hood. You feel me? Like, our peoples is still there. So we ain't going nowhere. These niggas, dog, they think that they can really get away with this shit. So, but anyways, collusion went through it. This is the same NFL league that when they were doing the concussion settlement shit, they literally tried to do a cognitive test that said, well, we should pay our black players less because their cognitive abilities aren't as high because, I mean, let's be honest. Do we want to be it? They're black. They come from less educated places. They're less educated people. So their cognitive tests are going to be lower, which means we pay them less. We will have to pay them more, right? Because their cognitive abilities are so low because we've damaged them. But no, they're actually, because they're black, they are actually dumber. This is the same league. Are we surprised? I think we need to stop putting as much merit into this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Until Chris Paul, LeBron, y'all come up with y'all's league, I'm not being fully invested in the NBA. Until Patrick and Jalen and Lamar, until y'all come up with y'all's league, I'm not fully invested in the NFL. I'm invested in you niggas. I'm not invested in that fucking league. I'm not invested in any of that shit. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. My mama buys some NFL tickets. I'm not going to see you niggas. I'm not going to support. I'm not buying you niggas jerseys. I'm not supporting anything you niggas do. I literally had a dream of being in the fucking NFL and I don't support you niggas. Could you imagine? I went from one end of the spectrum to the other. So there's no point along that line that you can tell me your perspective that I haven't seen before. That's the shit that gets me, bro. It's just like, I don't even want to fuck with y'all. It makes me want to hate you niggas. Even Art Rooney. So, and then lastly, what is Shadur to y'all? Is he some vlogger, Insta, black Logan Paul? Is that what he is to y'all? Is he about to incriminate the culture or something? This militarized culture that you have, that you think a nigga is he too, does he shine too much to be a quarterback? Or is Dion's mode of creating black positivity and is he giving us the blueprint? Positive black men. Let them get their shit off. But raise them with God in their life. Let them do this, but make sure they ain't in the streets. Let them do. Is he so influential? And also his cultural aspect of him being influential before then, is he so influential that they're scared? I think he might be the most influential American athlete ever. Fuck Michael Jordan. I'm talking about straight influence. Allen Iverson, Deion Sanders. Is he so powerful that they worried about that shit? He so powerful at Jackson State that they were scared that he was gonna get niggas to start going to HBCUs like he did with Travis Hunter, who won a Heisman. He was at a HBCU. So were you niggas so scared that y'all just gave him money just to get the fuck out of there and stop getting niggas to go to HBCU? That's how deep I think it is. That's how racist I think you niggas are. I think y'all would dangle a carrot to get a nigga to go from his hood and then destroy that nigga when the hood ain't around him. When you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You divide and conquer. That's what I really think. You feel me? And this is just a form of it. So it's sad. It's a joke. I fucking hate it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is Dion helped make you niggas. Made you so much fucking money. It's crazy. It's crazy. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. Oh, we love him in Louisville so much. This and that. No, you niggas did not. No, you niggas did not. You Bourbon family motherfuckers who was funding his career and shit. Y'all hated when that nigga stood up and really was talking that shit. Y'all hated when that nigga stood up and was talking anti-war shit. Y'all hated when that nigga was talking pro-black shit. Y'all fucking hated. That's why it took y'all so long to give that nigga credence, sir. That's why it took y'all so long. Y'all don't really. Why do you think he didn't live her? I don't even want to, because I don't even want to talk about, I don't know, the family's disposition. Me and you have met Lonnie. We've done work for Lonnie. So I don't even want to do all this shit. I don't even want to put bad shit on the nigga's name where I don't know. Literally, through all the motherfucking, we live here. We're from Louisville. So out of all the stories that we've heard, that's been a common consensus, is how Muhammad Ali was treated by his hometown because of his stances and where he stood in the humanitarian issue. And then you want to go back and say, look how much of a humanitarian he was. Shut the fuck up. You niggas ain't even humans. Because you didn't care about that shit. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same. We go back to systems of power, systems of thought. It's the same system of thought. It's the same. So I worry about this shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, Muhammad Ali's father painted signs for my grandfather's floor shop. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not just saying this shit. We just not two niggas who just out here saying this shit. We not hopping on no podcast and blowing smoke up a nigga's ass. We in the community. Our families have always been together. We've done work for his wife. Are you serious? That's why it's just, I know niggas just be thinking we blowing smoke and shit like that. We don't know shit. We just some average niggas. We ain't got no merit base, college degree, non-college degree, You know what I'm saying? want to split hairs on shit, but it's like, nigga, we not gonna. That's why I was trying to tell somebody about us today, Rashad. We ain't gonna talk about no shit if we ain't really got no experience on it. We ain't gonna
It's
apply
real.
critical thought to a situation when we have no experience of applying critical thought to it. We not one of them niggas. If we're not gonna talk about niggas dying every day and cops shit, you gonna break it down to something that's a critical thought process that's even deeper than that. Universal laws that govern us every single day. So it's just, I don't know, man. I had to get my shit off. Feel like a preacher up in this motherfucker, old school preacher. But
Well,
I know you've been thinking the same exact shit, bro.
I'm glad you got it off because what I mean, there's nothing more I can add to that shit. That's it right there. That's it. I mean, for real.
And you wonder about niggas' alliances to corporate America and why we like his and this and that and blah blah blah. Always used, man. Affirmative action. My mom's about to retire from UPS, man. You think you think they didn't use her? You think affirmative action wasn't used also in our community to where all of us, I can only choose one or two or three black people. Know what I'm saying? So it's
It goes back to high school for me.
high school's the same. That's come on.
I know that's why I didn't get
They
in.
don't even know. I was about to say they don't even know. I told you I graduated with 13 black men. So your chances of getting into manual in my class, I'm sorry, graduating. A lot of us got in. A lot of us got kicked out. A lot of your local stars at y'all's local high schools got kicked out of man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've gotten in trouble for shit that I feel like that was at a you know. We get into that a different day, but there when you get in predominantly white environments, it is definitely an experience that generally all black people experience it differently, but the same sentiments, we come out with the same sentiments of these predominantly white environments. So PWEs, nigga. And we from Kentucky. And we no events, but like we 3.5, 3.7, 3.8 students, nigga. We're in advanced classes. Advanced classes here is gonna be at the most 10% black. So, it is what it is, man. So I'll let
Yep.
you go. 5:15. My nigga, she is about to turn up, nigga. 5:15. Now hold on. It's 5:15 on 5:15. It's 5:15:25. My nigga's about to get it in.
You already know.
5:15, 5:15. I'm about to get some edits in. I'm gonna get some editing done tonight. I'll post some shit. You don't gotta do nothing. Don't worry about doing no editing. I do all that shit. Enjoy your 2 days, my guy.
Yeah. We shit feels like it's about all we get, but
Oh,
that's
of
cool.
course. Shit. What? But we do have to, hey, seriously, we got to figure out a way to do that Jamaica shit. Oh, and last thing, RP Charlotte. Remember the black chick that used to be on WLKY? Her name was Charlotte.
I
She was
don't know.
popular though. You remember her though. She ended up getting a bigger job, transferring down to Houston. Was working at Houston's. So that's why we haven't seen her. RP though, she died in a car accident this past week. And the reason I
Damn.
brought that up, bro, is because she was the one doing a lot of um, the large travel groups, and she was in, part of the creation of the, I would say locally, she was a big part of just those local travel groups when they go on vacations together and shit like that. RP to Charlotte, that's sad to hear. I know people have been to events that you know, you've organized and things like that. That's really sad to hear. And you were a staple of the community while you were here too. Black woman, newscaster. Besides Don G, you're it. That's tough to hear.
It is.
It's tough to hear. So enjoy your shit like there's no tomorrow.
For sure.
At that age, nigga, we gotta start enjoying shit like there's no tomorrow.
No, for
Thank
real. Live in the moment.
you.
Enjoy the people who enjoy you. Love the people that love you.
Love you, big dog. Enjoy y'all's weekend.
For sure. We'll be back. I was saying a week, but it might,
Am
the
I
way I
right?
feel.
Right. Shit, who knows?
So we'll see. But yep, appreciate you. But yep, we. I'm gonna try to take some pictures of something. We have something to report.
That's a bet. That's a bet. All right, my guy. Wow.